So you guys said you were approaching the town.
Yep.
On the outside, I said that the guards weren't keen on letting you in because you're wearing a manticore head on your belt.
Yeah.
And you got a covered cart.
Oh, probably still covered in battle too.
Yeah.
Both of us. I mean, Mel actually doesn't look too good, right?
Yeah, I'm at 7 HP before the level up, like 15 after.
Is that still half? What is your max right now?
What is my max? It's like 24.
Okay, so close to it.
I'm better, but not great.
Still at sort of half.
26. Yeah.
Interesting. If once you guys level up, you will notice that literally, like, the blood starts to it'll dry and it falls off of you, and you start to feel yourself strengthen.
Oh.
All right. That's
There
cool.
was too much of a pause in that sentence.
Iollus, it'll feel like you have like the density of your muscles almost increases in density but not size.
He just start.
Yeah. You feel better and stronger. You feel like you have more gravity to you.
I will say I just remembered
Mel doesn't.
one thing that happened at the end of that session is that somebody came up from the town and was like, "Oh, yeah, I see you've killed the Manticore. Can I buy it from you?" And Iollus said, "Fuck off." Not exactly, but effectively. And he was like, "All right, I'll fuck off." And then he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe your exact words were spoken for.
So, okay, we're approaching the gate, right?
Yeah.
We are there. We're at the gate and being told allegedly that we cannot enter due to Manticore related nonsense.
Shenaniganery.
I can't let you guys in here. It's not. No.
It is dead.
It's just a public safety thing.
It is not going to attack anyone.
Well, looking at it is terrorizing, so.
I could put a sheet over it.
I mean, if it's really that big of a deal, I can just wait here with it while you get horses.
Iollus looks at Mel while she says nothing.
You know what? As we've done last session, she's going to sign gibberish, actual nothing with her hands.
While she, yeah.
Roll performance.
Okay, I guess we're doing that now. Let's see what the fuck.
This guard is gonna call her on this.
Yeah, cause like here's the
She
funny
just
thing.
knows ASL.
Here's the funny part, right? If
With little brother, it's just kidding.
right, that is a
American Sign
that's
Language.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's Avalon Sign Language.
Whoa! Yeah!
That is 11.
11.
11. Alright, you do so. It looks like gibberish to anyone. A trained eye, it looks gibberish,
Sure.
But
Basically to communicate. Hey,
yeah. What did you say?
I said if you want to get horses, I can stay outside the town with the cart.
I'm sorry, man.
Can I leave the wagon out here?
Yeah, give me a
Okay.
second. I will walk up to the wagon and kind of like unsheath the sword and then we'll like...
I have its head right here.
Hold on, I just realized something. We don't have any money to buy horses.
Yes, I was going to ask about that. What do you think we should do about that?
Can you ask him how long it would be to get to Green Springs by like foot?
About how long would it be from here to get to Green Springs?
I actually wrote this down. Let me find it in my notes, because Austin said this before once. Luckily, my notes have no organization whatsoever. It says about Green Springs is southwest of Redwall, half an hour away by horseback, 4 hours by foot. But where were we when that was said? Because that might have been
Probably the mountain.
in Calais, and not in Redwall. Let's see, when Mel now hates horses. Yeah, okay, so that was okay. It is half an hour away on horseback, or 4 hours on foot from Starter Town that I can't pronounce.
So Green Springs is 4 hours away from Caledonia.
Yes.
Yeah, so where are we?
And if we want to try and triangulate here, it was a 6 hour horseback ride from
Caledonia.
to Redwall.
Yeah.
So I guess
It's
Green
about-
Springs is in between them,
It'd be a 2 hour horse ride. 2.5 hours.
and walking
Walking
8?
is close to 8.
8. Okay.
So if half hour is 2, 2 hour is...
Horse you're going to be getting at like at least a medium pace without exhaustion.
This is information that I would assume Iollus would know in universe as a merchant bodyguard. Incidentally, the merchant that you were guarding is in this town. If you want to say hi to him to make sure he's okay. I don't know. I don't know if we want to go off onto that side tangent, but
how did we figure out that he was alive?
The guard, the adventurer guy from the first session was like, oh yeah, the merchant that you were guarding found me, and we came to help you out.
Oh, so he's kind of a bro. I'm not sure if I want to further indebt myself to this man.
I mean,
Wait,
you did your job. You protected him.
Did he pay me before? He hasn't paid me.
Oh.
It was a half and half.
I'm getting my money.
That works out great.
He goes into the city, or the town. He goes into
Welcome to the city. It's midday, isn't it?
Would they let him keep the Manticore head? Because he kind of wants to. But would
roll
they?
If you can roll a persuasion check.
If they bug him on it, he's just leaving it out. But would they?
He would he would say you can't walk in with a Manticore. You can roll a persuasion check if you can. If you want.
He's just the head.
Yeah, but it's the head of a creature that just I don't even know what that is.
He's Manticore.
I
have
is
been
it
told.
poisonous, or if someone actually bumps into it, do they die? Or
I have not licked it yet.
If you lick it, I'll let you in.
But what if it is poisonous?
Well, then I can let you inside.
You lick it.
Persuasion check.
Where's the D20? All right. Plus what? That's charisma, right? Or
Yeah, this is.
I have a skill for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is-
performance. Forgot.
Yeah, I don't know what your proficiencies are.
The least used performance. +1.
Really?
Yeah. Never mind. That is a nat 1.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Let me see if I get a nat 1 then. Okay, now we got a 9.
Wow. I got a nat 1 +1.
Yeah, I lit. No, that's. Yeah, that's.
What does he do? He lifts up the still bleeding, shocked in pain expression face of the Manticore.
Don't you want to lick this?
Roll another persuasion check with disadvantage.
I rolled a nat 1. That's just a fail.
Oh, yeah, it's true, it's true.
That's what he does.
Don't you want to lick this?
No, I just need to make sure you see if it's poisonous or toxic or.
He unties it and he throws it onto the cart.
As you're walking inside, the sky is a pinkish purple, and it's getting to be. It's still getting a little bit of a shaded blue, but it's starting to pinkish.
The pretty time of the evening.
Yes, it's pink hour.
So, I need to find Eliza. Do I have any information I would have started with to let me know where he'd end up? Like a business?
You weren't prepared to lose someone halfway through the thing.
Alright, time to ask around. What do I see?
So you see just a few people walking around. Just a reminder, this is a hunting and craftsman's town.
It's like a merchant strip, yeah?
Yeah.
Tradesman.
And so you see carts with food, there's a butcher's place, and you see different cuts of meat hanging off hooks. And there's some people with vegetables, but most of it actually seems to be leathers that are dyed and furs as well.
Does there appear to be someone maybe a guild master or an overseer around that I could bug?
You wouldn't know.
Iollus pretty quickly identified the two that came to assist us in the cultist cave as adventurers. Would he know of an adventurers guild?
Oh wait, hold on. Do I see those two around anywhere? Can I roll for investigation for finding those two?
Roll for investigation.
That's plus something. Give me a second.
Plus a number.
What are their names? Oh no.
You did name them.
You did name them. Their
Garrus
names:
and
Garius and Isaac.
comfortably not a nudist. We established this.
Confirmably.
And comfortably. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, we don't know that. We don't know. Maybe he's always yearned. All right.
Holy
Are we
shit.
gonna call that investigation or perception?
Investigation.
All right, that's plus nothing. What I get?
You got an 8.
Ah.
You look around to see anybody, but it doesn't look like you can't really find anyone from that sort of adventure.
He's wandering. He's just like out trying to find something.
Do you stop anyone from like selling? Anyone who's selling anything, or do you just wandering?
Eventually he stops like a merchant and just hello.
Hi.
How are you doing this good day?
It's a bit brisk outside, but I'm having a nice time. You're talking to a middle-aged woman.
I am looking for a man.
There's a lot of man.
That is good. I believe he is here. He is.
Can I get a description, or?
He lifts a hand from about like in like a 1 foot range.
About this tall.
Okay.
His name is Iollus.
Elias.
Yes. Are you familiar?
Okay, what's his last name?
Blank stare.
You don't know his last name.
He is a merchant.
Okay.
How many aliases are here?
And so what's your relationship to...
Employee.
Okay, so is it like, are you looking for like a payment thing? Or
Yes.
Is it... Okay. Alright. And from behind her stall, back, or actually...
She calls a thug and Iollus gets jumped.
Let me be professional about this. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
That'd be the stupidest jumping of their life. Bro has 38 HP, 18 AC.
I have not used half my skills. I'm still fresh almost.
This isn't...
Didn't I take like no damage during that fight?
You took actually no damage.
Yeah. I'm still running my S class.
Elias, there is a freaky hairy man who is a employee of yours looking for some payment.
He
Did you say
canonically
about this
has
time?
no hair.
No, orcs have like hair on them.
Okay, we established this now.
Did we not? My bad.
This is what he looks like.
Okay.
Do you shave yourself? Wait, is that what you were?
I want
That's
to
fine
use
for-
it in the thumbnail.
That's fine for a play. It doesn't. He needs hair though.
Why?
That's how they are. They're built like baboons.
Well, he clearly can grow hair. He's just shaved it.
You know what?
Do you want shaved hair?
I'm gonna say.
How the fuck is he gonna fit hair under this helmet?
Yeah, I was about to say like to make wearing his equipment easier and traveling, you'd probably shave it.
Okay.
But like it's elsewhere.
Yeah.
Just on his head, you know.
And
I would like to state that I take offense to this.
sorry, what was your name?
Iollus.
The man goes.
Iollus.
The man goes by Iollus.
Iollus.
And if I described Elias,
No, has not shown up.
you see Elias sort of kind of like saunter out, but like low. Looks like he caught himself as he tripped out the door, and he's got a merchant hat. You can't see anything but his face because he's got a red cloth tied around.
I know exactly what you're talking
his
about.
top, and it looks like he's got like several like blues, a auburn, and a red, and it's an auburn vest, and so he's got these tied around himself, and he's got like a hanging odd thing. Is yes, my dear, hi,
Hello again.
you're alive. That's great.
I am in fact alive.
I'm glad to see that you're okay. So, you're gonna want to be paid. Yeah.
That would be very nice, yes.
All right. Sack.
Bro, super thought he was gonna get scot free.
He's gonna hit. He's like, you put 1 gold, 2 gold, 3 gold, 4 gold, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And he hands me 1.
Here's an extra 2 on me. I'm glad that you're all right. Hopefully we can do business again sometime.
Yeah, he takes the gold and like.
He is kind of wobbling a little bit, I should say, as he's talking to you.
Shut up.
The rot.
Did she take you for a ride?
He doesn't say that. He doesn't say that.
Oh no! What is this guy?
Oh,
Brother, this guy stinks.
Yes, he takes the gold and pockets it and
very glad to know you are all right. If it wouldn't be too much of a hassle, could you tell me how you escaped the circumstances?
They kind of just jumped onto you, and I left. I'm sorry.
That is both concerning and, at this
There
point
wasn't a
in
lot.
my day, somewhat expected.
Yeah, it didn't seem like there was a lot of intelligence to them. I mean,
They didn't even take any of the cargo.
oh, there's some of it that's gone, but
Oh,
yeah.
Smash cut to like back first session. Mel just exploding everything.
The people who ended up coming back and reporting, they said that they couldn't find any of my merchandise. You didn't see it, did you?
Quick flashback of all the things in the cave.
it was a bit of a chaotic day. I don't
It's
remember
okay. I
much.
get it. No worries. All right. Thank you for checking back in. It's a pleasure to see you
Of
again.
course, after my current employment is finished, I may yet come back here.
All right. So I look forward to that date.
Just sort of
Turns
stands
away,
there.
I'll like turn away.
He watches him fully leave.
Yeah. All right.
Then he turns.
Yep. And the lady looks glad that you're gone.
What are the vibes here?
For the
I
vibes of
wonder?
that lady in specific. I'm gonna vibe check this lady. I'm gonna roll.
an insight check.
I'm gonna roll vibe check.
Alright, let's see. What is your insight? Pretty good.
+3.
So that's a 16 in total?
Woo!
Racism.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean that tracks.
Doesn't
That's
know
why
what
I
you are,
assumed.
bro.
She called me a large hairy man, large strange hairy. Did she say man or thing?
She's
She's a man.
She's
But even still.
He like. There's a moment he just stops and just like looks dead into her eyes.
She's giving you like, have you seen like the white guy meme where he's just looking through the side of his eyes? Yeah, that's what you're getting.
It's the fucking dog.
After you're staring at her for a little bit, she starts burning a hole through like the building in front of her.
I know what you are.
No.
And he turns to leave.
It's terrible. Who is this guy?
Yeah, he's going to the stables where we got the
Going to
horses
the
the
town.
first time.
It's like it's the town is almost like there's not many people. The most people on the street are the people sitting behind stands, and there's like 2 or 3 bouncing between. It's like a yard sale after the first few hours are done.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting horses at the stables we visited the first time.
I'm just gonna say you do that. Are you renting or buying?
So we rented the first time, and you took a massive issue with the concept of renting.
Renting without an investment.
No, just renting in general. Iollus didn't like the idea of
Oh,
renting.
yeah,
Yeah.
Iollus is really weirded out.
yeah,
by
you-
the
not
idea.
guys
you,
do
Iollus.
things over there, yeah. Like
Why would you not take it?
Yeah. Which is also a problem now because that horse is gone.
No, we returned it.
I didn't remember there being any problems like that.
Yeah, there wasn't a problem.
Oh right, that's what was weirding me out.
Ellis, who is definitely not going to be confusing when we're talking about Ellis and Elias, returned horses that he had rented here and then used his magic green horse. Anyway,
I am back.
if you don't mind, I'd like to do a scene while he's
Go ahead.
occupied, while Mel is waiting. She thinks to her parasite, alright, while we're waiting, we need to establish what our deal is, because we haven't had much of a chance to talk, just you and me.
Okay.
What is your problem?
There's something wrong with me particular.
Alright, well now you're
Hi, sorry,
stuttering,
what's
that's
up?
new. What is that? No, what was that? You were stuttering?
What's one?
You know, I was actually talking about a different problem, but I'm gonna put that off. We're gonna talk about this problem first. Why are you cutting out?
There's something on me.
Mel like looks herself over with the eye, and that like I assume she doesn't see anything different. She is like, is it the mark on my tongue?
Maybe.
Jesus. What I was referring to is the fact that I still don't remember a lot.
No memory. No memory.
Yeah, we've talked about this. No memory. It's you. It's your fault.
I'm sorry.
You're constantly bleeding your feelings all over me, and it sucks.
There's a lot of like confusion that you feel right now.
Yeah, you're doing it right now.
You sort of, there's a sense of like bewilderness, but like also like zoning out.
No, hey, lock it in, buddy. Hey, she I sort of imagine this scene like cinematography wise. She's just like standing in a black void, right? Like as herself without the crystals. She like sort of like grabs at the air like nothing. Like, hey, calm down. We need to get things in order up here before I start talking shit with Lovelock, alright? I don't want you to fuck me over when I'm at the most dangerous point.
I can't talk through you, you know?
I mean, if you can... The crystals pull things in, right? It pulls in light, it pulls in sound, it pulls in feeling. If you're starting to pull in my memories, that's going to be a problem.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We've had this conversation before. Okay. She's like, okay, so this guy,
feeling, just to fit your narrative. Whenever you're grabbing onto something, it is this white, is this pink crystal, purple crystal, like
purplish
crystal,
pink, yeah,
purplish pink like monolith. That's just straight crystal all the way through, and there's just this burning, little glowing yellow at the center of this totem, and you feel its sense looking at you.
She's starting to. Can I roll insight also?
Roll insight.
With the intention of like, okay, is this guy? Mel's first inclination is that people are trying to talk around her or manipulate her or bullshit her. But now, as she's talking with this entity, it's like, is he actually just as clueless as I am here? So I'm gonna roll insight on that. She also has that proficiency in that, and that's a nat 1. Yeah, she's
the second of our session.
She's just angry, actually.
You just feel like confused and like almost like spacey in the head.
Like, is it like his feelings are bleeding into my own?
Yeah.
Yeah, she hates that. All right, can you just like... She like points across the mental void. Can you just like go over there?
Corner.
Can you go?
You feel your mind to the conversation close.
Okay. Just stay out of the way.
Everything removes itself from you. You don't feel anything anymore.
Mm-hmm. And even if he can't hear this, she will continue and just say, just stay out of the way until I'm done with Lovelock, please.
I have brought horses.
Do you say that in the head or out loud?
Out loud.
Okay. And then I'm assuming you realize she doesn't respond, and then...
Yeah, he's back outside trailing with horses, and like, he like stares at her as he tries to like regain that weird mental talking state.
Roll Arcana.
We have to roll for it now. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that. You know what'd be funny is if we roll the third time.
Third nat 1.
And got another natural 1.
You feel a spark as you try to connect energetically, and for a brief second, there's this loud scream that cuts off at like a half a second later, and you kind of feel like your head's buzzing off of like a nicotine hit.
Ah!
Do I get anything from this?
No, you didn't hear a single thing.
Ugh.
It sounded like the scream sounded like an AI voice, kind of like yes, that's cool. Like a yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Like modulated, sort of like
the character on Detroit Become Human, the main screen girl, like if that bugged out.
Sorry, reference unsecured.
Reference unsecured, but I get the gist. Yeah.
Dang.
Sorry, I only play good games like Fortnite.
Referencing my YouTuber watching playthrough days.
Yeah, no, just sort of bugged out for a second as he like stands there and tries to like shake his head and try to get that.
Every time you
settled.
try to connect back into Mal, it feels like static electricity enters your skull.
We have problem.
All right, you're gonna need to describe where you are physically.
He walked over to Mal.
Okay, so
with
that's
the horses
within view of the eye.
Yeah, like waves.
Uh-huh.
Points at his head.
She'll try to. Hello? Can you not? God damn it!
Big shrug and like.
I don't know what's going on.
Mel's just like immediately. Okay. She actually like in a fit of rage like stamps her foot into the ground. Come back.
There's the sound of a grating just.
The stone SFX.
As the monolith just.
All right. Anything now?
That didn't actually happen. I just thought it was really funny.
No, please, that's great.
What?
All right. Hold on. I just need to make sure if I can. This is reliant on you or not. Iollus, anything now?
Iollus doesn't see anything from you.
No, it doesn't hear anything.
Just sort of like staring and
Okay,
waiting.
so it's not you. It's just actually unreliable. All right, you can go away now. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry for this. She stabs herself.
Yeah, 1 hit point of damage.
Oh, that's generous. You actually made me roll dagger damage last time.
Are you angry?
She's not angry. It's like she's.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. Oh wait. No, you're gonna roll dagger damage.
Yeah.
If you were normal, then okay.
It's fine. It's okay. It's not like it's gonna be a 4. It was a 4. Plus Dex, that's 6 damage. All right.
Damn.
Yeah. You don't have to add the damage, but you can roll the dagger damage. You don't have to add the dexterity bonus to it.
So just 4.
Yeah,
okay.
Just the 4. You're not actually going for it.
Sure.
You have some restraint to you, but
Yeah, I guess technically,
your third
mechanically, I
person
could use
player
it with
time,
strength, which would be a 0 or like a 1, whatever. Anyway, she chips off another crystal from like her forearm, and wipes the blood off of it on her now ripped and torn cloak, and then overhands it to Iollus.
Yeah, no, he catches it and like.
Is this going to be a problem?
Is the stone?
Now on?
Is the blood? Is there blood in the stone?
She wiped it off. She made a point to wipe it off.
There's okay. It made a point.
Trust me, I am aware of the effects of my blood.
Wait, what?
We'll see it when we see it.
Oh no.
You hold onto the stone, and it kind of tingles when you hold it. Your fingertips tingle.
He's gonna like hold it up to the side of his head, just sort of like pressing it to his head.
You bring it closer to your head. You sort of there's a little like static electricity hum. The closer you get it to your.
He's gonna like try again.
Try again.
Is there any
Roll
progress
Arcana
made?
check.
What are the odds we get a 4th one? It's a 6. Oh, plus Arcana, that's 0.
Wait, do I have?
I think it's 0. It'd be wild if it wasn't. Yeah, 0.
Yep. Well, off of a 6, you just static electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna eat it. He crunches that bad boy.
It almost, you can almost feel it sizzle on your the stone almost fizzle on your tongue.
I believe the word you used to describe it previously was cocaine.
Yeah.
So he's gonna do that and sit
your
down.
entire mouth goes numb, by the way.
I imagine the guards at the gate are just fucking staring at us.
Oh no, Mel took it.
I assume so.
Yeah, that'd be absurd.
No,
because she's got the eye looking around and stuff.
He sits down on the grass and
roll me a con saving throw.
Con save for the big boy.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good actually. Yeah, plus 4.
Plus 4.
Oh wow, yeah, totally fine. 23.
Yeah, he's riding it this time.
The numbness starts to fit.
All right, Anything now? Do you hear me now? Please.
He's gonna try to bridge
Roll
the
another
connection.
Arcana trick.
Who? Me or him?
Iollus. You as well, Mel.
Okay. So that's a 5 for Iollus. Awesome. And for Mel, that's another natural 1.
No!
You just feel...
New dice, please.
I bought these special Mel dice. They're so pretty.
They are really pretty. You don't feel much different aside from you kind of like have a little bit of a headache. Both of you have a little bit of a headache.
So far, this day has been very unenjoyable.
Mel is fuming. Like, actually, like you've seen her pout before.
Yeah.
She is like, she's really mad about this.
Like, grimacing on your face, like visibly upset.
Yeah. Like not even, like, she's angry, but also she's just like defeated.
So you guys are standing outside the
Yeah,
town.
after
Two
I think-
horses, manticore head, and
He's gonna rig one of the horses to the wagon.
I think after a few seconds of just standing there, we get going.
did you buy or rent these horses?
He's gonna buy them. If it's his choice, I'll buy the
You
horses.
can buy. Yeah, that's just a like 8 silver off of for both.
Do we need 2 horses for the cart?
Yeah, it was like a 2x2 like walk out. It's like 8 silver.
I'm going to accept that
Mm-hmm.
and not say anything about it.
Yeah.
Right, I need to add the 10 gold. So-
what did we decide?
We did the math. All right, so
It's 10 silver per piece of gold.
So,
10 per
100 gold
So we had
is, or sorry, 1 gold is $100.
right. So I had 1,000.
You have $1,000.
minus how much silver?
$80 of silver.
Oh, okay, so 1,000 minus 80.
Yeah.
So that would be 930.
20.
I'm good at math.
Yeah, let's get this guy in the calculus team ASAP.
Let's go, 920 bucks.
More like the calculus team.
Get this guy out of here! So you strap up the horse to the cart. There's also another horse that
He puts Mel
on the side.
He puts Mel on the horse.
No, Mel will refuse to even go near a horse. Mel fucking hate horses now. She's going on the cart.
I got this horse for you.
Mel points to like her collarbone where she was kicked by a horse previously, and shakes her head no, and then goes back to sit on the cart.
On the carts.
Is there room to lash 2 horses to this cart? Because I was, it's like a 1-horse cart.
It's a 1-horse cart.
Can I?
Then why the fuck did we buy 2 horses?
Because Iollus was like, oh, she's injured. I'll get a horse for her ride.
You can tether the horse to your horse if you wanted to.
Rig it up like a sleigh.
She's gonna need it eventually, because once we give the cart to Lovelock.
All right, you guys make your way out of Redwall, and
Do we leave the same way we came, or is it in a different direction?
you guys go in a completely different direction, actually. And
Can I see the map? Now that we have a map, can I look at it?
I don't think we can.
Okay. You know what? That's fair enough.
We don't have a map, so we're riding.
Yeah, you're riding. The environment is much the same that you guys are familiar with.
2 hours?
Yeah.
What is the length
Well,
of short
like
rest?
2.5. You guys are carrying a cart on you.
Hold on, I need to check.
Short rest? You can't short rest if you're on a horse.
Mel, as we've
No.
established previously.
Yeah, I'd roll a.
I mean, we're chilling on this cart, right?
Roll an acrobatics check
Actually,
to get like a trance while on a bumpy manticore.
I can't feel anything. We've had this conversation before.
she has no physical sensation.
Yeah, you could do it.
Oh, wait, long rest and forest, never mind. 1 hour short rest, that's nice.
Wait, no way.
Short rest is about a half an hour to an hour.
No, a short rest is 1 hour?
That's
Half
great.
hour.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what a short rest actually does in terms of spell casting.
In terms of spellcasting for you,
Like,
as a sorcerer,
You'd have to look it
not
up.
much.
hold on,
You'd have
let's
to.
see. Short rest
It doesn't. I don't think it regenerates any spells until you do this.
spell.
But the HPs is the big thing.
Yeah. You get to
Okay, so
spend-
it just doesn't. It just straight up does not do that. Okay.
So what's the HP you get back from a short rest?
The HP I would get back is I think I get to roll a number of. I get to roll all of my hit die, right?
You can choose from a number of your hit die. You can just use all of them or just a few.
So here's the question. I just got a rogue level. That amount of my HP is full. Can I choose the rogue hit die?
You can lump them in. Like you can choose any number of hit die. It doesn't matter where they're allocated in terms of
Tight.
Okay.
levels.
All right, I'm gonna spend one sorcerer hit die and one rogue
You
hit
got
die.
rogue level?
One.
One level in rogue.
Plan to get
I should
3.
know at that moment, really. You multi-class into a separate.
I mean, to be fair, I've been playing her like a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But if you have something in mind, go for it. So do I add my Constitution to this?
Yeah, you would.
All right, I'm just gonna do that real quick. So that's okay. That's a 3.
Wait.
And that's another 3. So that's 5, 5. Okay, I'm looking pretty all right now. I'm at 21.
That's not bad.
Technically, the rules are that you don't add your con modifier. My bad.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm at 17 HP now, which is fine. Like,
When you leveled up into rogue, you felt a personal sense of self-confidence in regards to shadows. There's a amiability with you and sneakiness and everything else. Like
I would say perhaps with her lack of senses, being shielded from other people's, giving them the same lack of awareness that she has to deal with.
mm-hmm.
You feel more akin to like people's more subconscious observation and how they understand.
Yeah.
I'm just straight chilling with another fighter level.
Yeah, you just feel stronger. Then you feel stronger than how you begun this journey. A lot stronger.
Which is weird because I've almost died like twice. I mean, honestly, almost once. Because
Like, both of you feel that there's a sense of gravity to you now, and that you don't feel like you click. And when you go into towns and stuff, you tend to feel a little bit more on edge, and people around you tend to notice you a little bit more.
So
Just,
I've-
like in terms of eyes glancing.
I have a question then. Mel is extremely arrogant and likely thought this way before. So does this
no.
feel like an extension of that, or does this feel like validation?
yeah, reassurement.
It feels like a sense of validation and confidence.
I am better than all of you.
It's a
This isn't
it's
good-
a
this isn't
deep
good.
settlement inside your soul. You feel like you feel more.
You're built different.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I short rest so I can use all my skills again.
Yes, you can do that as a fighter.
Right. I need
Very
to.
convenient. Fighters are nice.
It's just so many skills, so many
so
things.
much damage. You're very rounded out.
And like, to be fair, you didn't
Oh,
take
superiority
damage.
die?
You didn't take damage. Do you regain all of your superiority dice?
That's a good point. They're not.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
long.
Like once per you
Dooba-dooba-doo.
you can regain them. Superiority die.
No, they are.
Short rest.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, so basically everything that your character has is back.
He just like Super Saiyan Kaioken ones.
Yeah.
Does the Manticore smell? Has it started to smell yet? That's a little rough.
It smells like sour mango mixed with horseshit.
I'm sure that was not made worse at all by the fact that the majority of the damage it took was acid.
Oh yeah, this is feeling like curdled milk, the rotten mango doo-doo fart.
Will you penalize us time for him starting a small fire to get some ash and charcoal just to add like a little bit of
your journey's gonna take you 3 hours. I'm gonna add a half hour to it.
Mel will
Are
complain.
you serious? No, like
She
no.
won't. She can't like talk to you, but she will complain.
No, if it's gonna take like an actual amount of
We have to
time, he's
gather
not doing it.
Yeah, I'll give you like 15 minutes.
Can I make a small fire just so we can
This
run
feels
it
like
on
a
his own?
survival
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could roll survival.
Roll
check. We'll see
survival,
how well
please.
you do.
That's I think I actually have points to that.
That's not a great roll. All in all,
3.
that is a 7.
7. You get like 10 minutes in, and you're like halfway done.
He's just trying to make a very small fire just to like charcoal stick himself.
Very small fire. Okay.
Like he just wants to.
Yeah, you're trying to find things, so you have to like actually. There just happens to be nothing on the floor, so you actually have to break branches off of trees to make
Yeah,
a little
if it's
fire.
gonna take time, he's
And
not.
he's not.
He's just gonna tank it. Very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're not doing too great right now. She's fine.
Mel is silently judging you for wasting her time.
No, like if it was going to take time, he just gave up.
You don't need to defend yourself to me.
I'm saying,
Mel
like,
will judge you regardless.
It took you. Yeah, you were processing this for like you got off your horse. You tried to like get into it.
Yeah.
And you realized there was nothing around you.
oh my
and
god,
then,
kept
yeah.
going.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, he's just.
You're making your way there. The scenery, the red clay dirt, it transitions into more of a green. It's dirt almost. It's normal brown, but it has a little bit of a lighter tint to it.
Green Springs. Oh my god.
I can't wait till we go to Blue Ocean.
Blue River.
Joe.
I'm super excited for Yellow Wall.
No.
I think Purple Palace.
Purple Palace.
Indigo Valley.
You guys make it to the outskirts of Green Springs, and it doesn't really look like much. You're maybe like a mile away at this point, and around you, you start to see the scenery transform from like red and yellows in terms of the color palette to more browns, greens, and it's a normal field at this point. And it's just a well-beaten brown trail in front of you, but the trees are getting intermittent. You'll see patches in the fields now, but it's like a Windows XP.
We've entered the plains area.
effectively, yeah. In the distance, you do see some sort of orange flickering from inside the town.
Oh, we're at the town.
No, you're like a mile away. It's
Okay.
Because you know how human beings can see a little candle from like
Sure,
miles
yeah.
away. Yeah, it's like one of those things. You see it's sort of a small like orange flickering, and you can't make out. You see just the roll a perception check.
Yeah, I was gonna say roll
Both of you
perception.
roll perception checks.
That's
So
+1
for
me.
Iollus, that's
+1.
+1 for you, okay? And for Mel, I believe I get something to that. Okay, so when I read this rogue skill, I thought it would double my entire modifier. That's not the case. It doubles my proficiency bonus to a number of skills to my choice. I think it's called expertise. Anyway, I picked perception as one of them, so I actually get a +3 to this.
Nice.
So I got a slutty 20, and you got a 10.
10. You don't actually see anything aside from this little orange flicker. I will tell you, the Green Springs, you assume there's more of it into the earth because you don't see a lot of stacked on top of each other. You see some buildings, but they do seem like they're almost melded into the ground. It's weird that there's an orange flickering. though.
Is the ground like?
There's-
Is the
it's like-
environment vertical, where it's like built into the side of a
There's like
hill?
rolling hills to your left and right, and right now the sky is now purple. So
Sure.
So you would say the buildings are under hills?
yes, it just does continue the path. You can't really tell that much, but you can just barely see what you imagine.
What are the size of the people around here?
You don't know, and you're making your way down the path, and you see a figure, just several 100 feet away from you.
Is it her?
Is there?
Got a slutty 20.
It does have a slutty 20. Yeah, that's her.
All right.
Dead on the money. It's
She like swats you at your arm and points.
What do you...
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I kind of forgot we were doing that.
Just in case, he shakes the ring a few times,
Nothing happens.
yells, "Hey!
Nothing happens.
Hey!"
You don't see anything in circumspect to the image.
Looks over to Mel, like,
She shrugs like,
no response.
It's what if you did look at. Do you look at the ring at all, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you look at the ring, it previously had like a little bit of a blue hum to it. It now just kind of looks like a normal, just like silver ring.
It's not magic anymore.
Mel just sort of shrugs and like, are we there? Can I dismount?
Yeah, he, urging it forward, making sure he knows where all of his gear is, just like within grabbing distance.
If it isn't my two favorite busybodies, I see that we've fared well.
Dead
Just
stare.
stare.
Dead stare.
So here's the thing. She was able to talk to me mentally before. Can she now? Can I hear this?
You actually.
Because she was projecting her voice into our heads.
What happened last time
You
is
can't
that
hear her, actually.
she, quote unquote, stole the crystal's voice to talk to me in my head.
Is she
That
doing
doesn't happen this time, actually. Iollus, you would have to do the honors. I believe that you can read my lips. I'm not actually here,
What a surprise.
but I am able to.
I am shocked.
I'm glad that we're shocked, hopefully in a pleasant manner, but I am able to alleviate.
You would be
to-
incorrect.
Mel is like,
I had to do what I had to do.
points at her ears, like,
She takes her hand and it goes through her torso.
no, like points at her own ears.
Mhm.
Like,
I'm.
She asked if we were in a good mood.
looks at Iollus, looks at her.
Big shake.
It's unfortunate, but you two. I'm pleased to see you return because what I earnestly wanted from the both of you was a certain strength that I wouldn't have been able to perceive if I didn't ask you to complete these tasks.
So this was intentional.
Yes.
Mel like stands between them, like, wait. Points at her mouth.
Makes talking motion
Makes
with hand.
talking motion with hand.
Yes, I'm familiar. You can read my lips.
She like
She seems like she's
She-
laughing a little bit.
she like takes out her sword in the ground. She writes in like horrible, not well at all common, I want talk.
Talk away.
She throws the sword at the hologram.
It sticks right. It goes through her. and sticks inside of the hell.
She like points at her head like, come on, do the thing.
Just inside Green Springs here, I do have a compatriot whom I have taken the liberty of.
Is this like the chair?
grabbing. The what?
The chair.
Where I just poof, there's chair?
And you are unable to do that now.
No, I can't create seating arrangements for us.
Why can you not speak to her now?
No, because I'm not actually here.
You were not present last time, right?
I was there last time.
Mel is like going through the cart, like going through your assembled things, trying to find a notepad.
I had to be there last time. I had to alleviate.
So why are you not here now?
I'm, but for lack of a better word, busy. There's
What?
some personal matters that I'm personally attending to.
Does she find any sort of paper or?
In the wagon.
In the wagon?
Yeah, the cart.
You're a sorcerer, so you don't have to write down any spells. So I don't know why you would have paper.
Can she use prestidigitation?
More,
Do you
more,
have- do
more
you
I
have
was
the-
asking.
Do you have the patches of paper that you took from Caledonia for that one guy?
Okay, I have paper. I just remembered. But unrelated to that, would Iollus have any paper? He wouldn't really have any need to have. Okay.
I don't know why.
She sighs. Okay, well, here's another question. Do you have any writing implements? would you?
I also don't know why he would. Can you use prestidigitation to make letters in the air?
That's a good point. Let me look at that spell again. Okay, so I can make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear on an object or surface.
So you can technically write just really slow.
You can create a non-magical trinket or an illusory image that can fit in your hand. Image.
Roll your spellcasting.
Yeah, Jesus.
I mean, that's just using prestidigitation.
Yeah, if you use prestidigitation, like you can.
So it's the ring, right? It's the ring that you gave me. The cleaning ring?
You're using the cleaning ring?
The cleaning ring has the prestidigitation spell. Prestidigitation does a bunch of different things. The thing I wanted it for was it constantly cleans me.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm willing to. I don't think
So
it's not like an active cantrip you can use. It's
Right.
Just, it's like a cleaning thing
Alright.
just on you.
That's fair enough. God, what the fuck would I even...
You know what? It's been a long rest. Can I try to connect with her brain again?
Hasn't been a long rest.
Oh yeah, it's been a short rest. Fine. I'll wait.
Rest. You can roll with disadvantage.
I need. Let me check my inventory
garbage so far.
just to make sure I don't have anything that I could use as.
It's bugging me because I feel like I said in the past that he might have had something on him that he could write with.
I know.
What's
I
in
know
his
he has
inventory?
woodworking tools. I remember that
Right
much.
with wood?
It's just thick paper.
Yeah.
Oh, you have 2 sets of artisan's tools. It's not written down there. It's like you get it from your class and you
Yeah.
get it from your.
Artisan's tool would have papyrus in it, yes.
So no, I have paper. I need a writing implement.
Writing implement, it would have
Oh.
a quill.
My man is out here gathering information. No, he has a stack of paper where he's noting things down. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so she finds that. She writes in Drow, "Can you read this?" And then shows it to her.
No.
What?
That's in Drow, I can't see that. I know what Drow looks like, I just can't read it.
You answered the question written in Drow and said no.
That was an awesome whoopsies.
I mean, it's not
That's-
that big of a leap either.
My bad, Brent. No, she looks at it and it's like, that's Drow, I can't read that.
So you can't speak into her mind if you are not present.
No, you can't, no, if I'm not present.
I retain the opinion that your magic is very fickle.
I'll take it. Magic is a fickle beast indeed. It rarely summons itself at the leverage of 2 individuals. 3. Well, I'm not actually present here, but you 2 must have noticed that you are above average in every regard.
The
compared to
only
your
thing
peers,
I am
yes.
above average in right now is my patience.
Okay.
Mel was going to try to psychically attack her. And here's why. She isn't here. So I, the player, knows this probably won't do anything. But also, the mental connection she makes with a person, that's what a psychic attack is. It's just she's really bad at it, so it hurts the person. So, as a last-ditch effort, she's going to see if she can make a mental connection at all with this person. I assume not, given my meta-knowledge of how spells work, but if you want me to roll something, I can.
Roll a spellcasting attack.
Alright, that's +4. So that would be a 17.
You do it.
Oh.
It just feels like you wasted energy.
Okay.
You just feel a sense of magic wash away from you, and you feel like you just lost some energy.
If I'm doing something.
There's no visual
Oh, okay.
indication of her doing that. She's basically Charles Xaviering.
I'm going to pretend like that didn't happen, but
Oh, she could tell.
yeah.
She motions at she's points at her ears, points at her
I know that you did you used magic. Yes, I know that you did. It just won't work because I'm not actually here as a magical.
Where are you?
I'm in my personal estate, far away.
Why?
I'm currently taking care of matters.
Right now?
Yes, I've sent the equivalent of a visual body double.
Why? You visited us down on the beach.
The beach, I had to actually restrain somebody, and it was a good amount of work that it took from me back then.
Why couldn't you be here right now?
We
We are going into Green Springs now. What do you want?
You will find a few compatriots of mine, as well as a person of interest for Mel here, and
Hand raised.
yes, Iollus.
Will these ones also lie to us?
She writes down like she takes out her sword again. She reclaims it after throwing it. She points at the town and writes a little house
Yeah.
and writes a guy in the house and gives the guy pointy ears,
Mm-hmm.
equal marks, feather.
Mm-hmm.
Then motions down, eyeball, points at her eye, equal marks, and then draws, to her best of her ability, a manticore head.
Oh, he points
Right.
at head.
She gestures at all that, and then under this, she writes, "We end."
You want to wish to terminate our business arrangement.
Under that, she writes, "Never want."
Well, figures. I mean, it's a tough position.
She pulls out a knife and walks up to the hologram and motions the knife to be near her, through her hand, and then holds it up to her own neck.
I personally don't like giving this sort of treatment, but there's two special individuals I needed to see. You guys did do good work, and you've proven yourselves to be assets that are worthy of more respect than I initially given you. From now on out, if you guys choose to allow further communication from
Mel is
me
just
and my association.
staring at this woman no one could hear this in her own head. Just did you want us to like you?
That's just what you're thinking. Fun. But to continue, I just needed to rather difficult tasks to see if you guys were up to the mark that I was prescribing you to. I didn't communicate that.
Funny
I'm assuming you
language.
gathered that as
Funny
you thought.
language, oopsie. She mentions that, and it reminds her. She pointed her tongue.
Oh, yes. What is this about?
That's some quality assurance for me personally.
Quality assurance.
We did immediately,
Yeah.
just as a reminder, we did immediately call her about it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, no, that's an enchantment I put on you guys so you wouldn't talk about me." Anyway,
Right.
bye.
Yeah.
So, does this come off? You hesitated for any amount of time after I asked that.
Does it come off? No.
Ever?
From my end, that's permanent. I won't be removing it.
Slow look over to Mel.
You guys are numbered.
12 and 13.
Yeah.
Who's 12 and who's 13?
I believe Iollus is 13, but I can double check.
13.
Let me just check my plot notes. Yeah, Iollus is 13, Mel is 12.
Okay, so now that you two are worth the shit talking to about this, so I just immediately forgot the numbers, by the way. I'm so sorry.
13, 12.
13.
Also,
Mel-
did she use the word shit? This is the first time she's sworn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Mel, you're number 12. Iollus, you're number 13. You guys are engaged in, I'm going to call it a celestial gambit that you have been involuntarily volunteered for. And
Voluntold.
yes, that's the more colloquial term. And I just had to make sure that you two were worthy competitors, or if we should look elsewhere for associates.
Hand raise.
Yes, Iollus.
Why should I care?
Because there's something more to your story that we would be more than glad to help facilitate.
Why should I care?
Because you are going to be forced to participate, whether it's with me or with someone else.
Mel has so much to say in this moment.
And he'll gesture over to
I'm
Mel
just
and like,
talking candidly. This is we've reached
so forced to participate.
yes.
I assumed.
Numbered.
Will she receive her?
I wasn't the person who put the numbers on you, by the way.
Oh, good. That makes me feel
Big
so
shrug.
much better. Who was that then?
Trying to do his own. I literally can't say.
Oh, you can't say that.
She'll take out her tongue, and like there's actually a different symbol.
Which one? Which one is it?
on her.
Because you've
None-
described them before.
it's a different one.
It's none of your symbols actually. It's
And it
just,
doesn't look anything like Ellis's, I assume either.
No,
Yeah.
this is. Give me like 30 seconds.
Nope, just make it up right now.
No, make it up right now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I had to name fucking planets in a moment because of you, Chuckle.
This
Fuck.
this
Really?
is DM 101.
Planets that you would never visit.
You see on the symbol on her actually the hologram is just normal real life like looking.
Yeah.
However, when she sticks her tongue out, there is a shadowy translucence that of a shining opaque crystal. So have you seen like an opal before? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Except there's there it looks to be a planet, and then there's a circle. Of, you guys would
Yeah,
know it
we would
as
know
the
it.
players would know it as like a planet
Sure.
kind of thing. And then there's an eye in it, and from the eye, the iris, the color in the eye, the iris is glowing, and there's light shining through it, and you can see it's actually illuminating the hologram's teeth. Yeah.
Can you use your words to describe them?
Describe the people who have chosen you.
Yes.
It's you can't really call it a people. It's akin to having the very earth beneath your feet assign you a tongue.
A god?
God is a very singular entity. This is a very wide space. We don't even know really what it is. It's just something like. Have you ever taken straws from a hand? It's awfully random. We at Royal Purple don't really.
What?
All we know is his name is Austin.
Get out of here! I'm tired of this!
Austin appears through the clouds and points down. Crushes Mel with a finger.
Normally, numbered individuals have to go through 2 trials. That's just our standard operation, just to make sure that they really live through and can grow as valuable assets.
What if we just didn't?
We'd be obligated to let you go, but of course I'm not leaving. The eye, you'd have to find somehow to maintain it on your own.
Yeah, she
And-
like nods like, yep, that's what I expected.
And the 2 sigils that prevent you from speaking about anything that I've just told you, you won't be able to remove those. We're not.
What's going on?
There is going to be. How do you describe that? I said it's a celestial gambit. You will be competing with people like you.
Why? For
We don't
what
know.
end?
I don't know. I can't say.
What is your place in this?
To you, just a valuable PR rep.
Oh, yes, of course. You have been nothing but helpful so far.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Mel
That's-
makes a heart shape towards her.
That's truly.
Then does the like pulls at the eye thing,
Yeah.
sticks out her tongue.
It's just standard operation. You 2 made it. You have a lot more respect. The contracts from
He,
here on out. Will
he
be a
has
lot
he has
more.
a sudden moment.
Yeah, Mel
Who's
also has a sudden
Yeah.
moment on the ground. Who did not?
You have done this before.
Yes, it's about as much as I can say.
How has it ended before?
I can't say anymore.
How many?
I can't say.
Renegade option looking real tasty to Mel right now.
I will say that the contracts going forward will be a lot more informational, and you'll be more assisted on the way.
Any amount of information would be more than the amount we have received up to this point.
So in the town, I have a special group of people choose to acquire Mel's asset for her, and so I already have one of the people. You're looking for people who I'm imagining did this to you. That's the whole reason had to patch you up, really.
She points at her.
I figure.
She points at Loveluck, and is like. She points and then like. She stamps her foot in the ground again, like she can't. She needs to describe this, and she doesn't have the way to.
How did you find her?
I can't say.
What can you say?
I can tell you that I found her on.
He throws his arms up.
I found her on Raptors, and I chose to help her out a little bit in an effort to get her along the right way.
Mel will draw out the symbol on her tongue, on the ground with her sword.
What was that?
The one you just described with like the eye and like.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's drawing out her symbol.
And so, like, she points at that. And then she, like, points at her crystals.
I can't say.
She's going to say, if she points at the symbol, points at her crystals, and then makes a slitting motion with across her neck at her, and, like, points at, like, everywhere.
If we terminate contract, you'll have maybe a month of energy. I'm currently, that eye right there is operating off of my magic. And so you'll have about a month. I'll give you that much as a courtesy and a almost 30-day come back anytime you want guarantee, of course. But
What do you want?
I want 2 valuable assets into whatever valuable gambit I see ahead of us.
What is your goal?
To whatever happens, it's all you've already known that something's already happened before, and something's going to happen again, and the goal is to have valuable people that will have us on a more advantageous position this time around.
Mel like unfolds the missive she got from the cultists and like shows it to her. I could read it out again. Do you want me to do that?
Is that off of the EDD?
Yeah.
Yes.
She'll like freeze, and she's saying, "That's from the unfortunate circumstances that had you inside the cave a few days ago." Yes.
Yes, what was that about?
She points it like that and like points at the symbol.
That's nothing. That what happened there had nothing to do with any of the shadows.
Did
or
she
being
gestures at
chosen or-
she gestures at Iollus and her.
Mhm.
If Iollus wants to voice her thought here.
So why did that happen then?
You got picked off the side of the road by a knoll thing. We don't know.
Correct.
We-
It was going for me.
Yes.
This was not a random attack.
I will tell you that we don't know.
She like writes down, she like points to herself and points to Iollus and then points and like draws on the ground meat and then points at the note.
The note. Well, can you?
They gathered us together.
You see the visual, like her visual representation kind of pauses a little bit, and it like quarter rotates into the note to face the note, and that's the one where it's like Ed saying, "Hey, no one go to sleep."
That.
I can read it
I'm
out
coming
for
back
you.
in 3 days. That's
Here,
the kind of thing.
keep track of the prisoners. I don't want anyone sleeping. Elric, that goes for you especially. I'm out on business. I want you to bleed the livestock as usual, so I'm prepared for the ritual when I get back. That will be 3 days from now, which will be tomorrow in universe.
That's well, you've just found out your next assignment. We honestly don't know what that is. If you would like to go over there and discover what's up, you can.
There
Find
was
out?
a creature inside.
What kind of creature?
He like takes a second and looks visibly uncomfortable, and then he like motions to about like 2.5, 3 feet off the ground.
It bore the face of a man and the legs of a spider. And it felt wrong to be around it.
Fun. That sounds like something that, and sort of like the visual kind of like freezes, and then it sort of takes place again.
Does that ring?
We personally wouldn't advise you going over there.
So you know what that is?
It's something that we don't believe that you're ready for.
What is it?
There's other organizations like us, just wildly different than us. In essence of that, there are other things trying to compete in this celestial gambit.
Yeah, Mel draws a fish on the ground.
It's a fish
I'm just imagining you're gesturing towards Rorik. Rorik is a jaded past character from previous
What, a player?
engagements. As in character, I meant to say.
A competitor?
Someone who used to work with us, but have since grown, as I said, jaded and personally sought to hinder our efforts. Rorik was en route to kill you both.
Why?
We can't say.
Can you?
She'll took out her tongue again and just...
What if we went back to this cave?
We don't think it would be a good idea.
Why?
Because, well, you probably would be exposed to things in there that wouldn't be good for your well-being, I'll call it.
That has not changed from our assignments.
Yeah, she goes back to the cart and pulls out a rock feather. Like,
That was, honestly, that was more of a coin toss. See if you'd make it out of that one.
Mel's like,
stronger now
man, I
because
wonder
of
why
it."
Rorik was so jaded. Shoves it back down in, stomps
You
back
two
over.
are stronger for it. You've grown visibly. Iollus with more muscle definition. Mel, there's different energy to her.
Have any of the past competitors survived this?
We can't say that.
He's going to look right into her eyes and make an insight check as he asks that. Insight.
The thought I'm having is like, I wonder how much of this like we can't say is literally I physically can't say, and like
That's
I'm just not
plus
gonna.
3.
Plus 3. That's a 22.
And he asks,
Are you leading us to our death?
She does. There's a bit of like a freezing, a little bit. There's a sense of tiredness behind her eyes, and just a like watching a woman just buried in stress. And we just personally think that we can't say much. But what you've encountered in that cave down there is a part of something so much more sinister than we are that we just cannot advise you going over to interact with them.
In the chain of events that you would instruct us upon.
It is interesting to hear the fact that that creature is what you noticed after you were attacked on the side of the road, yes? And Mel, you ended up in this cave.
no idea, right?
Mel points at her head, like sort of like gestures like.
There's something with your head?
Oh, she like yes.
You just don't know, or?
She like just like you're almost there.
Do not remember.
Oh.
Motions over to Iollus.
And I think it is.
She bangs her hand on her crystals angrily.
Yes, when I was.
And he like pauses and looks over and like,
Mel like shoots you like a quick glance of just like.
yeah, and he was like, nod.
I think it has something to do with her condition.
So you think the cultist did something to Mel?
No.
She shakes her head and then goes like, there's like a ray of sunlight coming down. She like pulls that light out, and then pushes it, and like it like reappears a little bit brighter and then disappears, right? And then she points to her mind.
Are you trying to say your mind's blank right now, or what's with the shining light?
she does the same thing to like the sounds of birds tweeting, right? She like pulls the sound out of the air and then replays it again. And then she like points at her head.
Her memories were taken.
And then she like nods and points at him and then points at the crystals.
Simply put, if you two wish to go to that cave, we can terminate contract right now, but you can't do both. So you either work with us or you work with them.
That sort of sparks an interest.
Yeah,
and,
Mel also catches like that was not what we were.
And he sort of gestures around like his face.
Mel already has some sort of influence from encountering the forces of. I'm just gonna leave it at them. So we would have to send someone to take a look at you, Mel.
Mel like points at like. God, how am I gonna fucking describe this? I think as the player and also as Mel. Mel like points at the piece of paper and she points at the initials EDD, right?
I don't know what EDD means. No.
She points at herself, and then she points, makes a throat slitting motion, and then points at that, and then she goes down and like she's like looks over you like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, like spider ? And then she gestures at like shrug.
Like I said, you either work with them or you work with us.
She just fucking throws her hands up in the air like.
That would mean that we would extract. If you choose to go to the cultist cave, then I guess as much. If you choose to go there, I will extract the person that you were talking with, since he has some information that we need as well.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, okay. She gestures over. I'm using props now at this point. She gestures over at like the money that Iollus has. It's like, can I? All right.
Hands it over.
So she has this.
You, just so you know, Mel, there is this sickening draw inside of you. Your stomach. Madame Loveluck has taken a very changed stance when she said them or you, and you feel that your stomach churned internally, and you feel kind of very upset with this. Almost, and like you might as well just go to the cultist cave at this point. She's been terrible to work with. She hasn't really been trying to get you anything, and really, what's the point of being here? You hate her, and it's not even a good compatriot. Who's to say that they're going to treat you any differently?
Mel. So here's the thing.
This is something that sort of like weeds itself. This is kind of like the thoughts that you're having.
So here's a weird thing. Okay, those are all the thoughts that Mel has been having already. Can I identify those as not mine, since I'm already having my own thoughts that are the exact same?
Roll.
I feel like that would be like an intelligent or
roll a wisdom.
Or maybe charisma, because that's my spellcasting modifier.
Roll a wisdom.
Okay.
Damn.
So, spoilers. She a dumb bitch.
Not very wisdom.
Uh-oh. That's a nice 3 right there.
It's you, really.
I love dramatic irony. Fuck, what was I saying? Right, that thought aside.
And I would say that the same thing that happened in Iollus, you do kind of feel like there is sort of like a weight. There's like a weighted thought in your mind, like the cultist cave. You are kind of upset with your current situation.
Yeah, he's very upset with the current situation.
Mel walks over to Iollus and grabs like some of his money and like holds it up to Loveluck and then like points at EDD and then points at like throat slitting. Shrug.
Could we pay someone to unalive him?
Gestures. Yes.
We would be taking care of that ourselves.
So why aren't you doing that?
So like.
But in an effort to be forthright and communicative, we didn't have those pieces of the story.
Okay, so you are now going to destroy that, yes?
Yes, we will be.
I would also like to add that there is a ritual disembowelment and exsanguination of people happening in regards to their ritual.
Sounds like a job not for me and for someone else.
Mel looks at Iollus like, as long as someone's getting it done.
Shrug.
Can I roll insight on, like, how honest she's being that someone will actually, like, deal with that problem? Or if she's just saying that? Or is that too, like, specific? Alright, let me...
She's gonna L.A. Noir face check you.
What is my insight? Not great. It's an 11.
You can tell that there's a lot of like PR representative here. She's in terms of trying to see through here. She's pretty on the ball with this one, so you can't really determine that or not.
Mel will like. God damn it! Is there any?
You feel like you're not getting the whole, and this is more akin to the stomach turning thing. There's just a gut. You have like your instincts are telling you that you're not getting the full picture here.
Yeah, no, really, huh?
Yeah. Mel.
You keep thinking about the cave.
Yeah, Mel. Like regardless of any other outside effects, Mel is on her mind. Mel points at her powers, like points at her hands, and like it like glows, and like a ripple of color goes through it. A bunch of stuff, and it's like she like gestures over at Iollus and like whacks his arm, and like points at it, and like makes like a strong man thing, like
Yes.
points at the both of us, like we're.
Yes, you're two are exemplary individuals compared to the average man.
And then she's like, how the fuck does she describe this? She like makes like a tiny like between two fingers, like an amount, right? Like points at us a little bit, and then like expands that, right?
Okay. Are you asking if there's more of you? Because I can't answer that.
I can assume.
She shakes her head no, and then just like waves her hand aside, like forget it.
To what end do you require us?
As of right now, we have no new information for you.
To what end?
We would be seeking to send you out on further assignments that we do not have any ready for you right now.
Will we be made to kill for your goal?
Yes. You would be made to kill for anyone's goal. What you're involved in right now is just far above any of us could really prepare for.
Yeah, she like points at that, and like makes a hand like this.
Big gesture.
Big gesture of like what you just said, and then points at us, and has like a little amount, and then points at us again and raises it so that it's higher than the original one.
I can't answer that.
Mel, like for the first time in this conversation, Mel smiles and then like almost mockingly puts out a hand.
She will.
There's a little bit of recognition there, but he's not happy about it.
Oh yeah, trust me, Mel isn't either. But Mel is like.
Are you like? What do you mean by that? Like, there's more. Like,
if Loveluck, if Loveluck didn't pick up on it, I'm not going to explain to her. But like for you, Austin,
yeah,
Mel is basically saying, "This is much bigger than us, but we're getting very strong very fast. What if we get bigger than it? Then what?"
Oh, that's not at all what I thought you were saying at all.
Unfortunately,
to be fair, I can't fucking talk right now, so like.
Will we will be pitted against these other candidates.
Yes.
For what end?
Best we could tell of sorts, there's a competition aspect that we can't really know how to.
Who is we?
The associates that I'm a part with at the Royal Purple.
What is that?
An organization who has goals that I can't speak on.
There is no real decision to be made here. You have...
There is.
An ultimatum is not a decision.
I'm sure that there's other people who would like exceptional individuals such as yourself.
Mel like looks over at him and is like she points at her eye. It's like she points at her eye and then herself and like, yeah, but then points at you and it's like, shrug.
Why have I been chosen?
We don't know.
Then how do you know that I am chosen?
Because you have a number.
So the number is not from you.
No, we did not give you the numbers. We managed to get to you, depending on how you define it, second.
And he's just there, and he is very uncomfortable, but he also extends a hand out.
She'll,
Mimic shaking it.
yeah.
Mel will actually, like, put up a finger, like, wait, points at her tongue,
Mm-hmm.
and then points at herself, makes a talking hand, and then crosses her fingers.
We just have that on you for safekeeping.
She like,
We're not going to inform you as to the extra.
she like, points at her throat, then, like, draws a line, and then draws another line, and, like, points at that, and then points at her throat.
Yes.
Like,
you can't
Yeah, and then
talk,
she,
you
like,
know.
slashes it a bunch of times with her sword, and then points at her throat again. Again, makes a talking hand gesture, and then crosses it out. Then points at the symbol, like, shrug?
Yes, we know you can't talk.
so that she points at the symbol again, shrug.
We can't tell you.
So, then would it be safe to assume that her condition is reversible?
Reversible? That's for someone,
So it is a possibility.
A, who would want to reverse it, and 2, who could.
There's like a bit of a like he draws back at that, and like
Your condition is the reason why you're as strong as you are. We have no intentions of carrying that from you.
he despises that, and it's very visible on his face.
Yeah, Mel also, it's not as visible, but, like, Mel in her own mind is like, thank you for spelling out exactly why I dislike you.
If that is all, I'm assuming that I have you two on our page.
I am doing this not for you, but for her.
Mel, like, raises an eyebrow at that.
When our paths deconverge from the well-being of her and your goals, then too will my path deconverge.
Just so we're clear, you two will be encountering much more dangerous feats out there. It's just, that's the conscription that you two have been signed up for.
What other option do we have?
Well, you either go to the cultist cave and go with them, see what's up over there, and we terminate contracts, or you stand with us. I'm
Again,
not
she
going to lie to
gestures
you
at the
about
eye like,
it. It's, yeah, but
she, like, puts up a single finger, points at you, puts up a single
We're
finger,
running.
and then she, like, there aren't guns in this world, never mind. She, like,
Yeah, no, she makes a noose.
yeah, basically.
that is the reason why we decided to put as much of an investment in you as we did. Do I DM?
DM moment.
I don't know, because, like, you guys have a choice as, like, player characters.
Right, but
And,
okay.
No,
I-
like,
yeah,
As he's saying,
Yeah.
it's a choice.
This is Mel.
Like, it's a, yeah, it's a, yeah.
It's weird because, like, I feel like for most characters, it wouldn't feel like a choice, but for Mel,
Yeah.
it does for reasons we'll get into. But she's going with this one.
Okay. So, I have your two's allegiance, we'll call it. You'll find a couple of my associates down farther.
You have our compliance.
That's all I need. And she'll blip out.
She just like fingers at the sky, middle fingers at the sky. All right, Mel is going to internally. Did you pick up on anything there, or were you in your corner?
Me? No.
All right. That's where she ends that conversation.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
So Iollus.
Wait, no, hold on. Can you see?
No.
How do you? Because like you talked to Iollus. How?
Crystal, sense, blind. Blind, see.
Can I blind see?
No crystal.
But I do have crystals.
No, crystal.
I can see through the eye, which has your crystals on it.
Yes.
I've recently gotten a lot of incentive to learn how to perceive the world on my own. That lady, while you were sleeping, basically told us that I have to do what she says and be put in a lot of danger, and if I don't do what she says, she's going to take away the eye, and we're both going to die.
She could try more. There's more out there. There's other thing.
What other things?
Hi, how are you today?
Bad. I'm doing bad today.
That not good.
Yeah.
Iollus has saddled up the horses and is ready to move on.
We'll pick up this conversation later.
They move towards the town, yes?
Yeah.
You guys are getting closer to Green Springs, and what it looks like the little orange flicker is just there's like a fourth of the town on fire.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a perimeter of multiple shadowed. It's just.
Should I put on a different theme for this, maybe?
Yeah, it's a little tense.
All
It's
right.
not tense. It's like it's resolved, but they're working on like pulling water in from a river.
Okay,
and
I'll keep
they're-
it as it is then.
And they're trying to put it out. It's less like roaring flames and more so just like,
Dying embers.
Yeah. There's just like all the grass is like crisped up, and it looks like some of like you can see through some of the hills because there's wooden inside the hills. There's wooden homes, and so the fire kind of burned into them a little bit. But you do see it's rolling here. Think Shire, by the way.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
that's what I was
we've
getting
all
at
been
earlier.
thinking
I said they're under hill.
Yeah, the Shire, except it's larger and for like real, like actual adults.
Real? What are you saying about halflings, huh? Halflings aren't real people?
It's for fully sized.
Oh, fully sized.
Actual individuals.
Actual?
That are real.
Real individuals.
Austin just taking this shovel and,
It's for people that matter. Yeah.
Mel will like hit Iollus' arm again just to get his attention.
You can just wave.
You feel a little bit of a resonance with the crystal when she bumps you.
In what way?
Like,
You just felt like a little tingle.
he's gonna slowly just like poke her forehead.
It just feels.
There's no
it
crystals on her
It feels like a
Or like eyes.
Yeah.
Eye crystals
She
basically
pokes
just.
her eye.
yeah. It just you feel a little bit of static electricity when you touch it. Like it shocks you, like magically.
Shrug.
She shrugs back at you and then points at her ears. And like
Yes.
she shakes her head no, and then like points at like the tip of her ears,
Oh.
and then points into the town.
Well,
And makes like an eyes to her
Yeah.
eyes to the town.
he sort of gestures at like all of her and like.
Between you and me, Seth, it'd be a lot easier to have these conversations if you spoke and guessed what I was trying to say.
Well, he understands. He's trying to figure out.
I don't know if you understand though.
Yeah, he's nodding and thinking for a moment, and
I mean, you see this, yes?
She shakes her head.
Oh, and he notices like the eye isn't around.
She shakes her head.
What is it?
She never mind.
I mean, the town is on fire. There are people.
Are they human people?
Yeah, there's townspeople putting out the fire, except they're... Yeah, you're noticing this from you're not inside the town yet, you're not in talking range at all, but there seems to be like a group of 3 waiting just outside the town, outside the fire.
Sorry.
It kind of seem like they're waiting on the road.
Human people. What is the issue?
Yeah, she's just like keeping the eye looking dead ahead. And she just waves her hand like aside, like never mind, and then points at the manticore like, what? Shrug.
I assumed we needed that as proof of job done, but I think not now. So I think we are just carrying this. I should have sold it.
She nods like, yeah, you should have sold it.
Closer to town, the group of 3, 2 of them start waving at you. Like,
He steers the horses.
Mel is going to like be in like the back compartment of the
Are you trying to hide right now?
cart to obscure herself. Yeah.
Roll a stealth check.
All right. I have a good stealth now.
Real good stealth.
So that is a 25.
25.
Yeah.
My
No, she's
goodness.
gone. She could just hide under the cloth with the manticore because she can't smell.
Yeah, literally. So as you guys pull close, you
Can
see
I-
one
sorry,
individual has a bag over their head, just a straight black burlap bag, and
Okay.
it's just tied around their neck, and they have their arms bound behind them, and they're currently on their knees.
So where's the eye now that she's hiding?
I think the eye is literally just like sitting next to you on the cart.
Yeah, he's gonna turn and like,
You are seeing this, yes.
The eye will nod up and
Nod.
down.
he's like, he's gonna like,
You have your weapons nearby, yes.
The eye will just like kind of like look at you.
he shrugs. I mean, they ride on and he waves.
You see the 2 individuals standing by them sort of has, like, okay,
Entering the Mind Palace.
I'm trying to think how to describe them. They're wearing, like, their clothing is like one set, yet they have like sort of like metal armor over it, and so from like the pants up to like the neck, it seems like it's one cloth.
Like
they're
a
wearing
jumpsuit?
jumpsuits.
It's
Yeah.
effectively, yes.
Okay.
And over top of that, there's like there's a metal sort of like breastplate, and there's like little
Tassets.
there's tassets effectively flying off of them, and
They
it's
look
got
like
the shoes.
it looks
yeah.
like a uniform. Yeah.
Effectively, yeah.
They're human.
Both, yeah, except the metal is purplish tinted, so when the sunlight hits it, or what little sunlight you can get, there's almost like an oil slick purple hue to it.
Iridescent.
Yeah. And
Cool.
the jumpsuit itself is actually purple, but it's more of a silver on the... Yeah.
I can take a wild guess.
Yes.
So yeah, they ride up. to
Helmeted,
that.
or can we see other faces?
Helmeted. Yeah, actually, it's more of like a baklava.
Balaclava.
Balaclava.
Baklava is a dish made of honey and
So think of like
baked
because
pasta.
yeah, so there's like pasta hanging over their face. No, balaclava,
Stimson.
Simpsons. I hardly know. Balaclava,
Clava.
balaclava. Balaclava. Like a Sims character.
You sound like a Sims character. You finally noticed?
This bit is going on longer than I expected.
Do they have helmets over those, or is it just that?
It's helmets over those.
But they're masked also.
It's like a bassinet.
So bassinet without the visor.
It has a visor on it. Yeah. So it has like a little.
So we can't see their face. Anyway, continue.
Nope. You can see. You see the face, but like it's got a balaclava.
What, the visor?
No, there's a visor. It stops here. The helmet stops here.
Oh, weird.
Stops at the
Okay.
nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's one of those half
Yeah.
bassinets. All right, yeah.
Is
Anyway.
the bassinet one of those? What's the one with like the helmet on it? It's got a little droopy down.
Yeah, no, that's a bassinet. Usually the visor comes down to the chin.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a weird. Oh wait, it's like the stormtrooper. It's like the rebel guys.
Yeah, Rebel Commander is sort of
Yeah.
like.
It's those helmets, but with an eye guard, eye plate. Anyway.
Yeah.
Continue. Yeah, we ride up to those, and
That's what it
he's
is.
gonna like wave and like.
Yeah, they stop. This is Iollus and Melodia, yes?
Unfortunately,
We are here to accept contracts and also send you home. Well, not send you home. We can't give them to you, but we can. You're supposed to. Someone told me that he's going to be killed by someone, effectively, or we were told to gather him, effectively.
I have a manticore.
We will be. That is the accepted contract.
You see the eye. The eye sort of like floats up, and like floats on over, floats down to the guy.
Guy you can't identify him with, but like it's more so nighttime right now. But like it looks like the skin that you can't see, and he's wearing effectively just a loincloth effectively around him.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's it.
Yeah.
Wait, so
And
on.
he's got a bag on his head, black. It's tied at the neck.
But I can see his skin color, right?
Yes, it's like, it's almost like, it has like purple hue, but it's like burned red. Like you would know this by looking at yourself in the sun. Like you burn bad as a drow, and so like he like, yep.
Anyway, yeah, he's gonna toss the manticore head over.
Yeah, and he'll catch it. He'll sort of gesture over to like drop like the manticore thing to the
Yeah,
left.
he,
as well.
he brings the wagon over and like looks at the eye and like.
I assume you guys won't need a cart, yes?
I would like to retrieve my gear first.
That's fine. If you could do that right now, please, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, he like pulls up the sheet and like.
Yeah, Mel will. Now that we have an idea of the situation, and also we know the guy isn't, got a bag over his head. Mel will come on out, like just slink out the back of the cart.
Yeah. He retrieves all of his gear and throws the covering off.
Okay. And, okay. Glad to confirm the other member. If we were told to stay here with you as the one member, I believe it's Mel, interviews, have a conversation with our designation 1 right here.
Mel's like this entire time, and like this might just be an Austin GM player miscommunication, but this whole time Mel's been like, how the fuck do they know my name?
It's a good question. How they know your
My
full name?
full name.
That I've never been
my
told.
full name and my nickname. Like, is that like?
What's my bad?
Was that you?
Yeah,
So
Okay.
just full name?
Yeah, it's my bad.
Full name.
Just like Mel.
Well, because here's the thing, right? While in the overworld, she hasn't been able to talk to anyone,
Right.
which means she hasn't. No one would know her name.
Yeah.
At all.
That's my bad.
Okay.
Okay,
So
that's just good to know, I guess.
got it. Yeah.
My bad, Chiefs.
But anyway, yeah, Mel will just sort of wait for the cargo to get unloaded.
Sorry, could you explain again what this man is being held for?
He's being held for. I shouldn't talk anymore. I can't say.
But you can.
I shouldn't.
What are we supposed to do with this man?
Ask her.
Who?
We don't know who he is.
He turns over to Mel.
Mel is just like staring, for once, like with her body too, just like staring daggers, arms crossed.
He's just gonna like try to untie the bag around his head.
She'll
no,
put a hand on your shoulder.
Like the shrug out, confused look towards her.
She'll like put up a finger and like point at the two guys and just wait.
There's a shrug. Also, very just hates everything going on right now.
Sure.
He's just standing there.
So what are they doing with Manticore? Is the idea that they will take the cart?
Yeah, I think they're taking the part.
And we're kind of like out in the open.
Your guys are like
town.
into you're outside the town. Like imagine if like all the hills face inward, right? And there's how the town works effectively. You're close enough. Concentric circles. But it goes down into the floor, and so you don't know what it looks like yet, but that's what your best guess is. It's like this left side of the circle.
So that really
almost,
no one can see us except for like maybe the people on the top circle.
Maybe you're getting witnessed by the people
Town made of concentric circles. Harbinger joke.
I don't know what you're talking
I mean,
about.
technically, I stole that from you first. Lost Mines, the entire planet is concentric circles.
Technically, that planet is a concentric orb.
Neil, that's so true. Like, comment, and share if you think that's just as true.
The community guidelines are very...
Anyway, you can take the cart, but the horses are ours.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he unhitches them horses.
Maybe I've just missed this. Is the implication that we're doing this here, or can we just take him?
The implication is that you're doing it here.
In the middle of the day.
It's
Night.
not the day.
We're going
it's effectively the sun is set like half an hour ago, so like it's not like blackout, but it's the sunset.
Late evening.
So it's
Yeah, Mel will sort of like send the eye up to look around the area.
no one's paying attention. Everyone's trying to put out those.
You know,
fire.
the town that's on fire, still have to get on that.
Don't worry about the fire. By the way, that's the eye's looking around. I'm assuming that's like you don't have any crystals on your face. You have crystals on your face. So that means you look through that thing, right?
Tell
Because like
me,
the same color.
Tell me you did not set this town on fire.
It's sometimes it's a lie. I feel bad.
For what?
Yeah,
I feel bad. I feel
For
bad. man.
what purpose? Why?
So he says like I feel bad. Okay,
For what purpose did you set the town on fire?
mistakes happen.
What were you doing?
He had.
These two
Well,
were having
I
their
can't
own
really-
player character adventure.
So I can't talk anymore.
Why did you set the town on fire?
It was a mistake. That's all I
What was
can
your
say.
intention?
There was a scuffle and things happened.
How?
He's just trying to keep like this is kind of like
He's
trying to keep a
actually going
straight
to
face.
try to intimidate this guy.
Roll intimidation.
And guess what? I have points and advantage towards that. So
Not advantage, but
wait,
yeah.
what? No, I
It's
have
not a thing in the system. You can't just
Hold
casually
on.
have
What is
advantage
it?
on
Oh,
skill.
yeah.
proficiency.
I have to
Sorry,
give you advantage. Yeah,
it's
9.
proficiency.
You have a 9.
got to roll a 9.
Wait, like a 9 total?
Yeah.
I do have proficiency.
Yes.
Did you have?
Damn, okay.
Proficiency?
You did have bonus?
He rolled a 6
Yeah.
and got a +3.
Nice. I've been rolling like dog shit this entire session.
Listen, man,
Real
things
great.
happen, all right. You were even there.
Yes, I was not, because if I was, this wouldn't have happened.
Great.
As
You see, he's very visibly nervous right now. He's kind of like he's got like
as
$1,000
most
right there.
times when I complete a task, I am not incompetent.
You don't have to be mean, man.
I think I do.
Okay.
The eye comes back down, confirming that there's no one in the immediate range.
No.
How is there anything in like the immediate like sound range either?
A sound range?
Like, could anyone hear us if we were perhaps yelling?
No one's within earshot. Yeah, okay.
All right.
If you need to, we can take them farther outside into the fields. There's a. I'm assuming this might be something of. for
He looks
privacy's
over to
sake.
Mel.
Mel will actually nod to that.
Listen, they don't give us much of any details either. We're just told to be out here and try to keep a watch on this guy.
Yes, you look like you are very much coerced.
Mel looks at the two of them and like she like points at each of them and like puts a finger to her lips, like confirming that like
He won't say anything, no.
she slowly nods, and then I assume we all go a little further out.
We could turn around if you like really need to. Like
Mel shrugs.
We're not here to bust your balls or anything, really.
So
Not that you have any balls. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Mel just like,
Like he
Mel like stops for like half a second to be.
he looks over at the eye and like gestures back at them.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Once we've gotten further out, she'll usher the guy's restrained, right?
He's been tied.
Yeah, he's got tied around his back.
Do either of the guards have like, because they clearly lit a fire? Do they have any sort of like fire lighting?
I do. I canonically do.
Okay, she will get some of that.
You say it's like a striker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a flint.
Yeah.
So you'll like skitter your sword off.
All right, Mel will crouch down by the guy and take off the hood.
He's gagged.
All right, what does he look like?
Someone you're not immediately familiar. Roll a history check.
So here's the thing.
He does have drow ears though.
I kind of want to reveal this naturally as the scene progressed, but I have a reason that Mel would know the faces of everyone who ever experimented on her.
Oh yeah, you know the face effectively.
Okay, so what am I rolling history for then?
You just trying to remember the exact position that he was in.
Okay.
You saw him before.
Oh wow, a nice one. I love ones.
Dude, that is the 5th one. You gotta blow on it, give it
a
some
little
words
smooch.
of encouragement, really shake that thing up.
Yeah, really, you gotta give it some love.
That sucks.
Yeah, you know that you've seen it before. It's
really, I'm just asking right now, what does he look like physically?
What does he look like?
Condition.
Kind of in terms of drow, male, more of a fatter nose. His hair's been shaved, so it's completely bald, almost. Just everything on him looks severely burnt. It looks like he was out in the sun for an extended period of time, and he doesn't look super healthy right now. And you can tell that he's got a few bandages around him that are bleeding as well on his torso. And there's one at he's bandaged it around his left side of his neck as well.
Mel will sort of just lean down to him and look him in the eye, even though she can't really see. Is there what is his response?
She doesn't look he doesn't look pleased to see you at all.
She'll take the thing out of his mouth.
I don't know how you're here, or I don't know how you're alive for that matter, but I promise you that if you let me go, you'll have nothing to do with me again. Just let me go. You have to, please, just let me go.
Mel looks at him
I didn't want to, just let me go.
She looks at a random guard seeing this guy? This is the best he's got? Mel will sort of step back, put up her hands again, almost ignoring the guy, just the three of you. Hold on, and she will lay down on her back. And then she'll also look at the guard who is nervous and give him a look where it's she'll shoot him a look. He can take from that whatever he wants.
So he was looking, and then he stares back forward.
She'll take off the poncho.
Mm.
She'll actually take off her pants. She obviously has underwear underneath. And she'll just lay there on the grass. And she will project out the image of multiple drow scientists working on her.
Mm-hmm.
Including, at least in this instance, that man.
This guy wasn't directly working on you. He was working peripherally inside the same lab.
Yeah, describe a scene if you want.
Yeah. So
just keep in mind we can't hear anything. It's
right.
sound
it's just
or
a visual scene, and from the perspective that you're projecting, there's just 3 scientists whose faces you can see clearly. There's one of them was a woman, 2 of them are men, and I could describe them right now if you would want me to, but
yeah, go for it. I don't care.
The woman has a almost like a pinkish hair, and it's just top knotted into a bun, and it's a half shave sort of thing. drow, more of a narrower face, sculpted chin. The two other men actually look like twins of sorts, but they both have like fat noses almost, and they have more weight behind them underneath their chin as well. And but on the one of them, center one working on you, has their the right eyebrow looks almost like burnt off, and the one on the left seems to have like a scar on its right cheek. But like they both have like the same like how do you call it? It's like an inch of hair. It's like smoothed out, and it's like kind of like knobbed at the front.
And
The quiff.
And you said that other guy was like standing to the side.
The guy that is
because she would have picked a
before you
projection.
is far out from the
Yeah.
projection, like maybe like 15, 20 feet, and just seems to be working with like several like the glass vials, and like he's got like a whole like system that's bubbling in front of him with like several glass structures, and is currently taking samples of crystals as well and analyzing how that moves through a piece of machinery.
Just for my own curiosity, more than anything, like what does the process look like? Like what are they doing on this particular day?
They are currently like as of right now, the scene that you've got going on right now is they're just, it looks like they're like writing things down, looking at you, and they're just moving you in terms of your arms up, and then they're like strip searching you, looking for differences, and they're like writing everything down. One of them's writing like you, but like drawing it out and like highlighting, and like looks like he's analyzing differences.
Yeah, she'll turn it off. Put her pants back on.
This look, clearly I wasn't working. I wasn't even there looking at you at the time. I was doing some preliminary research on the side outside of this. So like, I really have nothing to do with you here.
Iollus,
You should just let me go. Really, you just let me go.
Iollus turns over to her, and he gestures to the drow, and then throat and ear and eye.
She nods. And it's funny that you mentioned that too, because she will step forward and take out a knife and slash it across his eyes.
Yeah, he screams, and he's just sort of like bleeding on the floor.
Then an
and
ear.
Squirming. Yeah.
Then the other ear.
The screams continue. He's just writhing on the floor at this point.
Cuts out his tongue.
He starts like choking.
Takes the match, lights the match, starts lighting the palms of his hands on fire. What am I missing? Oh, his nose. I also, just for the record, I do have a feature, my backstory feature, that
you're doing it now?
that I can keep someone alive through torture. I can do any torture I want.
So she knows through experience how to surgically torture someone.
Yeah, and
Fun.
without needing to get into any more detail, she's just going to wait there for... Honestly, she'll probably wait for like 2 hours just to watch him slowly die.
He was previously weak before, so you get about 45 minutes in, and it just looks like at this point he's just kind of stops moving.
During that time, Iollus just sort of set up. I was going to ask, what are the rituals for worshiping Thane?
Thane?
Yeah.
You don't like ritualistically worship Thane. You go out and fight.
Oh.
Like it's like you play a sport, or you start practicing to do said sport, or you start doing like military training.
Yeah, so I guess he just sat there and polished his shield.
It's like polishing, taking care of your
Yeah.
armor. Like all these are meditative practices, and so training your body as well and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's what it means.
He has waited and he has not interfered.
Yeah, Mel has a look on her face. She feels she's like very tightly wound, right? Like her jaw is set. It's hard. You would assume that she is like angry in this moment, but like she looks more.
It's a cathartic release.
No, the opposite of
Upset.
that. The opposite of that.
She is
Like
unsatisfied.
toxified.
Unsatisfaction is definitely an element of it, but it's also just like, I mean, I don't know. If characters want to roll insight, they can, I guess.
If they want to, they want to, like look at my character and write with them or nothing. Then,
You know,
I play D&D.
Does John Randy the guard want to
Let's see. What am I
They,
gonna roll?
this is what you do see. Sort of there is this like little like spot on the floor that's kind of like a little wet. If you didn't notice, I'm off to like the guy on the right.
Yeah. They were not expecting this.
No.
How's Iollus feeling?
He, as she started, he sort of like set up and sort of had his back to this and started tending to all of his weapons. He is not enjoying himself.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
He has made no move to interfere. He seems to be trying to focus on his work. Well, while it was happening, and when he, the noises sort of stop, he gets up and goes back over to the corpse.
Yeah, and like once he's dead, she'll just light the whole thing on fire.
Yeah, when the blood, when you do set it on fire and the blood's hitting the earth, it mixes and it sort of like bubbles a little bit when it reaches. And when it sets on fire, it's like have you ever lit a pine tree on fire? It's like that. And so like
you'll have to describe it to me. I don't know what that looks like.
There's hundreds of little sparks that like inflame off of this thing, and when it catches like oil. And so it just completely soaks inside the blood, and it poofs a large flume.
Wait, hold on.
And then it simmers again.
Would anyone have like a jar, like a little vial?
Jars
like
don't have a long life expectancy around.
That's fair. I should have thought of this beforehand.
I have bags.
It's just
yeah.
I have Mel would be like, oh, might as well be resourceful and take some of the blood because I can use that. But if I don't have something on me, it's not like he's the last guy I'm hunting down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do the orc bury their dead?
Mel is intending to just burn this guy, just cremate him.
Yes.
Here's a question: do we decompose?
No. Okay. Every dead orc gets because you guys have an internal
we have our own
mud
thing.
reservoir. You guys send them out, and eventually it reaches a certain point in the moat where like they just sink.
In
where the babies come from, they spawn from.
Oh! You just leave them out there and they go back down.
Like a Viking ship. You guys put them on a little boat and they send them out, and then like it'll
a field of clay.
Yeah, but like it's
like a boat, right?
I think he's saying like there's like a mud
raft.
There's a mud raft thing, and then like once it gets far enough out, it's almost like it gets absorbed back.
Right. Yeah.
And like it's mud.
It's a spiritual
magic
experience
mud,
for everyone
Right,
involved there. So they think that they're being taken back for the sake of future generations.
But they don't bury any other dead.
No.
Right? Yeah. Right. But yeah, he'll stand and gather his equipment, and he's gonna check in with Mel just a little, just like turn and.
Have you done what you needed to?
She motions a hand at the body and nods, and then waits, and then shakes her head. She
sort of hear like this like little like rattling. It's just the guy's armor on the left.
She how many direct scientists and other ensemble included? How many
on your list?
How many on the list? Because this is the second one.
9.
So
9 more.
There's in total there's 9.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 8 more.
There'd be 7 more. Because remember, we talked about on rafters. She found one.
She found
the
first
yeah.
one,
There's 7 more.
7 more.
Yeah, she just makes she just holds up 7 fingers. She holds up 9 fingers, and then she puts 2 down.
What is your position? He looks up at the guards.
Yeah, you're talking to me. I'm just a guy. I work here. Sorry.
She actually completely disregards him and looks at the other guy who's been silent the entire time.
The guy, he's just shaky. Are his helmets like rattling off of his like?
Him too.
Yeah, that is like.
What is your purpose?
We just kind of show up. We're kind of like the muscle without brains, you know. They just kind of send us.
He holds up a hand. Where did you find this man?
The burning home. He was set up shop, sorta.
So he looks over at Mel.
She can find them.
We had to. I mean, it managed. We had to burn it down anyways, but it managed to catch on fire, so we didn't have to do it. You have to do that.
You were told
Yeah, burn it down.
to come to this place and find this man.
Yeah, they said we need to grab him.
They know where they are.
Mel nods.
This is your goal, isn't it?
She nods.
And what then?
She doesn't really have an answer. She just sort of looks at him.
What is your status of employment?
I show up to work, they tell me what to do, and I go home with money.
Christ, I don't know why that got me so bad.
Do you enjoy your work?
It pays the bills. I don't know. This kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to do this. We're just the people to show up if they need money, or just kind of, well, they don't need money. We need money, but so we hit the people to get the money, and so that's kind of what we do, and we just do what they want.
Who is your employer?
We work for the Verdant Market.
Verdant Market.
We've heard that name before. Iollus said that was the cover name for the Royal Purple in this area.
We just gotta wait. Never mind.
You will not speak of what has happened here.
I would like to forget.
You will not speak of this to anyone.
Nope.
He looks at the other guy.
He's just kind of shaking, and he's like, no.
He like he grabs his helmet and like brings his face next to
The guy's
his.
like, Jesus, man, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
Alright. Mel will, like, if they're taking the cart, Mel will, like, shrug, like, alright, look around.
Can we go now, or
Go.
they'll like grab the cart, they'll like put on the cart, and they'll just like, can't believe I'm gonna push this fucking cart. It's so heavy. They'll try to like march away out from where you guys came from. They start moving away. God, it smells so bad.
It does.
It smells really bad.
We fucking burned it with acid.
So they stand there next to the still slowly burning out corpse.
Yeah.
He looks down at the
Interestingly
plate.
enough, it's kind of thinned down. You guys don't have any experience with burnt corpses at all, but like
No, hold on. Let me think.
Would she have done this to the last one?
No.
have you guys lit a corpse on fire?
I do not.
before?
I think she might have tried. Frankly, I don't think the residents of Rafters would have allowed her near the corpse after the incident.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah. So
okay.
If I remember you describing that situation to me correctly.
It looks. There's just a lot of like black ashes on the floor, but what is still burning right now seems to be the skeleton of this thing.
good to know. Don't let Mel around fire.
Actually, let me around fire a lot. I like fire.
If you guys know
Bad
how-
for you.
you as players know what burn corpses is. This is notably different than. How
Yeah,
it
no. So
Normally, like,
all of you is flammable. So
No, I want to touch it. I want to touch all the fire.
Oh no.
It lets me hit harder.
yeah.
Oh no! I forgot.
So, like, yeah. If a fire is like started like on a drow, this is my setting.
Oh,
But,
no.
Like, it's the blood is.
So the blood and skeletal system is both flammable.
Yeah.
Very bad for you. Wow.
Well,
yeah.
it's- Flammable.
I mean,
in
all
this
people
case,
are
at
flammable,
least.
really, but
But not all of us.
People just like go on fire and then they crisp into like a black mass. Like,
Yeah.
this
the,
is.
the neither the blood nor the organs or bones are flammable. Pretty much only the fat reserves in the skin. But yeah, no, seriously, if all of you is flammable, fire would be such a huge threat.
Yeah. Significant amounts of fire. Like you've actually like gotten too close to a torch. Like you didn't like you're not like timber.
Right, yeah.
Right, yeah. But all of you can burn. Yeah. It's insane. But yeah, no.
Keep that in mind.
He looks down at the ring and like shakes it a couple times.
Yeah, there's just like the little like blue like gem in it. It just kind of rattles a little bit. It kind of seems like a little like.
Hey.
Nothing left in it.
Mel, I assume you unloaded all your supplies.
Yeah, no, he's got all his stuff.
So Mel will just kind of like go over and just like start pitching a tent.
There's still a town, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Just the GM speaking.
I'm sorry, Austin, but I'm a magic girl and I just killed a man, and Mel is suddenly extremely tired,
Brutally
and also
killed a man.
and also isn't used to, like, genuinely she didn't even consider that. Oh, hey, there might be a room for me inside this town.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Iollus wants to,
Oh no. But
That's alright.
he is going to just take a moment and like, this is wrong. Like gesturing down at the still burning corpse.
she nods.
When you are done with your task, will you have anything left?
She looks like she wants to answer, but just can't. She tries to try and sign something, but like she can't articulate it with symbols or moving her hands.
When a living thing dies, the only thing gained by the world is dirt. Nothing can be gained from this.
Mel just sort of like she stops, she thinks, she nods, and she turns over. Very funny choice of words there.
So you guys go to sleep. It's a great sleep, man. You guys slept like a rock.
Oh, Iollus does not.
No?
No,
Yeah.
he is kept awake most of
He's
the night.
up. Okay, so
Most of the, like in and
I'm
out.
not gonna make you sacrifice a long rest, but like
He sleeps
roll a
like-
con save.
He sleeps
Dude.
enough.
Constitution check.
Constitution
Here's the thing.
check.
Honestly, I feel like all of your shit is
Yeah, no,
back.
all my stuff's back.
I don't think you need to rest like capital R rest mechanically. That's
Yeah,
with
just the
con
Right now, I'm just trying to determine
Yeah,
how
yeah,
tired
yeah.
you are.
14.
14.
Con.
14. You kind of feel like your eyes are a little bit bleary when you get up, and you feel like there's a little weight behind your
He
eyes.
feels bad.
We did fight a manticore today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
So there was enough exhaustion.
Normally
And
you
push
feel-
a cart.
especially considering what you guys have done. Normally, you would feel sore.
Yeah.
You don't.
He doesn't feel sore, but he just feels bad.
Mel wouldn't feel sore.
You wouldn't feel sore.
She misses feeling sore.
What do you mean by that?
Womp womp.
I can't say words around
Womp
you.
womp. Yeah, really.
Huh? Mel also can't say words.
It's true.
But no, like sort of early morning, he did like shovel dirt over the corpse.
Or what's left of it.
Yeah, like he sort of like
the bones are still there.
yeah, like he sort of like
Blackened.
surface buried it.
Imagine a farmer finding that in like 30 years. Alien bones.
Alien bones.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
He again, when he wakes up, like shakes the ring.
Okay, here's an interesting thing, right? What
Yeah.
time did we go to bed?
What time? 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yeah.
And you couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
And Mel sleeps for 4 hours. So it's the middle of the night.
You need to be in bed for at least 7 hours to get like a long rest.
It's 8, actually.
It's it's the mechanical term, yes.
But my point is, if you can't sleep and Mel only sleeps for 4 hours, do we wake up in the morning or do we...
I will say my dude's up at like 3 probably.
Really?
Like he was like he went to sleep.
That's
and
7 hours, so yeah.
Yeah. Because they went to sleep at 8, and he was not resting.
Yeah.
So he got up when he woke up, and just sort of broke everything around camp. He's just sort of been sitting next to that pile of dirt, looking at it.
Yeah, Mel comes over, to the fire, but like, you know, not that it matters. I feel like perhaps the silence between them is a little bit more poignant now.
Yeah, he hasn't tried talking to her throughout the night.
Honestly, what we do now is in your hands.
Because he assumed that Lovelock would get back to them once they were done.
I imagine that's in the town.
Probably, yeah. So, yeah, once you awake...
Yeah, sneaking into town at 3 a.m. is much more her speed.
Yeah,
There's
no,
not much of a guard. Like, there's no real, like, guard post.
Let's go.
So I assume the fires have sort of died down by now.
Yeah, no, there's nothing in there. Everything's died down. There's people out and about, like, kind of like sitting
Well,
on
it's
it.
3 a.m.
Well, like, so there's like there's like, it looks like someone who...
There was just a fire. There are people guarded around
Right,
the fire.
yeah.
I think is what he means.
There are people around that, yeah.
It's just like 1 or 2 people.
Mel will like take off her poncho and like wrap it around the eye so that like just the iris and the pupil pokes out but nothing else, and she'll just hold it as she enters town.
Yeah, no, they get up and they enter town.
Howdy there, travelers. It's been,
He holds a hand up.
it's early morning, but it's a welcome as always. Thank you for coming to
He
Green
holds
Springs.
both hands up.
Sorry, it's a little early for a force of personality like mine.
It is always too early.
Ain't that the honest truth? We were all fighting this fire for like quite a while now. Luckily it was out by my shift, but...
Does he have any reaction to Mel, a person of the same species of one of their residents who mysteriously disappeared recently?
Yeah, he like, looks to the left, but he just kind of like ignores it, to be
Sure.
honest. He
Yeah,
just
yeah.
sort of he kind of talks past it.
Sure.
We are here on business.
Fun? Like, business how, or...
Sort of like noting, like, okay, not him, looks around for a moment.
Just
doesn't see anything. I
to
assume,
cover for him while he's looking, Mel will just like gesture at the mace on his back and then the sword on her hip.
Ooh. We got beat-em-ups walking around here. Good to know.
Can I get a perception investigation?
She'll when he says that, she'll gesture to like the tooth on his club, the monster tooth.
Successful beat-em-ups, looks like. I can show you to the nearest inn if you would wish, or...
Yeah, perception or investigation.
That's his choice.
Which one
What are
would
you
you-
doing? What are you doing?
I'm looking for their contact.
Looking for Lova contact?
Yeah.
Right.
I would have assumed it was the guys. 7.
They left.
You don't see anyone. It's early morning.
Yeah.
There's no one outside.
Knowing
really.
how things have gone so far, I think the situation might just be, all right, you are in the open world now. You will get jumped randomly.
Well, it was just sort of like they said, go to Green Springs yesterday.
You're
basically.
in Green Springs.
So we're in Green Springs
You gave them
today.
what they wanted, yeah.
So I guess that's just sort of it for now. I thought they would get another assignment, but that's what Iollus was thinking. Like, but since we're in Green Springs for some reason,
You guys walk into the town, and it's in concentric circles, like I said. And actually, the main path, it goes from dirt into like Roman cobblestone. And so, it travels into the town, and there's like, just outside the town, there's like an inn, and there's like the hills. There's actual an over archway of stone, and it looks like there's a bridge between the two buildings. This seems to be more of like a magisterial, like running the things, administrative building. But on the right seems to be more of an inn. But as you walk under this little stone bridge, the cobblestone path winds and corkscrews into the earth, and there's just hills over hills that kind of like you see different housing and businesses being run here. At the very center, there's a little fountain, and not fountain, but like it looks like there's like a little like wellspring that kind of like bubbles up.
Is it green, perhaps?
No, but there's green algae gathered outside of it.
A clue!
It's green.
We've solved your riddle, Puzzle Master.
We found it.
It's the green spring. We've solved your riddle.
Mel, so
Solemn middle finger for my player here.
here's the thing, right? Mel like looks over you and shrugs, like,
You know, I thought there would be something here for us besides ash and
Mel actually cocks her head at that and
There's
looks
no
over.
one, but I should mention, there's literally no one. It's a barren street. There was just those two guys up at the beginning there.
Hearing that, she sort of cocks her head and thinks and looks over in the direction of the fire and just starts wandering in that direction.
Good enough a decision as any, and he follows.
Yeah. And we reach it, assuming nothing happens on the way.
Assuming you don't get random encountered.
Sorry, folks. Can't. I'm really just out here to make sure no one starts fussing with our scene here. We're still trying to put the pieces together about what happened, but can't really let travelers by start snooping.
Iollus makes a decision.
Okay.
He doesn't say anything yet. What are you gonna do?
I need to flip a coin. What route do we go? Do we go the nice route or the mean route?
Oh no.
Alright, we're going the mean route.
no.
Mel will, like... There was a guard, right? Seeing the guard, she sort of let Iollus go first.
Yeah.
Can I stealth around?
Roll.
Roll stealth. Watch us be our 6th nat 1.
That would be kind of not great, honestly.
Ooh.
Like, not what I'd like. Let's see. Let me do the math here. Fuck.
Give me the numbers.
13.
Where's the... Missy, I really
Normally
can't...
you roll perception
He
contested.
did.
Oh, you did?
He rolled before you did.
I really just can't let... I get it. It's real mighty interesting. It's all fancy and stuff.
All right,
but I
now
just
to the
can't let
backup
you in
plan.
there.
She like goes up to him, and like she like taps on her throat.
Mhm.
Like she shakes her head like
Yeah, so you can't talk?
she nods her head, and she sort of like sticks out her lip in a sad way and puts her hands
Roll
to the side of her head,
performance.
and she like she on we had a writing implement, didn't we? She still has it on her, and she writes on the thing, "Dad," and shows it to him.
What is she rolling for this?
Roll a deception check.
Okay.
Which you ought to be pretty good at.
No, we'll see. Let's
That's
see.
charisma. Never mind.
No, I'm good at Kyle. Let's see. Where is
Hey,
it?
are you?
Oh, I actually have that trained. How?
It's
Why?
+4.
It's a drow.
Yeah, that is correct. 15.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Really, we.
She sort of like feigns a distressed face and mouths, "He's dead."
We gotta figure. I mean, well, I don't. There was 2 men who really walked out with him, and we didn't.
She
There
like-
was
she
a
like-
problem.
She like looks around, like shrugs, like what?
It's sort of like a jurisdiction sort of thing. Like very market, not really much of a market really around here. You didn't hear that from me, really, but we kind of leave them by themselves and just.
There's a look at that
Yeah, that's
from Iollus.
that's a
Sorry.
little
I'm
clue
just
that'll
a
help us
friendly.
later.
I'm just a friendly
Like,
receptionist, secretary.
he leans in again.
I didn't.
You allowed this to happen.
We usually. There's not the problems like this with this guy, but really,
You are
This is like a one.
allowing this to happen.
the fire. No, we try to put it out. We don't get fires like that, really, but it's just
Is
whatever.
there anyone
was-
around this guy?
Iollus comes to the conclusion of his decision
Okay.
and says,
The Varadin market was behind this. They killed this man.
It's not my business. I'm just a guy at the front desk, just
They
trying to.
murdered this man under command.
Like I said, I'm not really. We really don't bother with them.
So you are going to allow this to happen?
With him in particular, if I'm going to be honest, sure.
He just moves past. Like, he bodily moves this man out of the way.
You kind of like push past him, and like he kind of just like scratches.
Yeah,
his head
unless he's contesting, and I will contest. Yeah, he's
not
going to
contesting.
move both of them out of the way.
Yeah, for good measure, Mel will like take out a knife and like point it in his direction, like back off.
Ooh, there's a whole soul like stick his arms up.
Should I roll anything for that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna move into the, I assume, carcass of this burned house.
Yeah. You get inside this place, and it's just a normal home. The shambles of a normal home. However, you can see through a little bit of the floorboards, and it looks like there's something. There is a space beneath this.
Ooh, okay.
He points at that and like grabs the mace.
Roll everyone. Roll a perception check.
Not to be that guy, but usually when looking at an
Investigation.
environment,
Investigation. Yeah.
which I don't know why I said that. That's strictly worse for both
Why
of
would
us.
you do that?
But like, I'm a stickler for the rules, you know?
I'm a stickler for
Yeah.
my nuts on your
Just-
face.
She's sticking on my nuts till I
stickler
bad
my
game.
nuts as a
staple
rule
my nuts.
to your chin.
Where the fuck is it? All right, so I got a 13 and Iollus got a 19.
You got a 13 and a 19. Okay.
So same thing that you just said.
You walk into this building. Screw it. You know the house Dumbledore walks into? Not Dumbledore. Gandalf.
What?
Walks into.
How dare you.
Bilbo. Is it Bilbo Baggins?
So this is a
It's a
Underhill
little-
house.
Yeah, it's an Underhill house.
But that's been in a
normally
house fire.
sized. Yeah.
Yeah.
House fire. You can see through. There's a lot of dirt, almost like
Yeah.
crisp lining of the floor. You can kind of see through the floorboards a little bit. There's a space beneath you. You can kind of see into the sky a little bit,
Right.
as well, because the roof collapsed in. But you don't really see much of anything but like burnt furniture,
I-
and
Determine how this started. Just
Oh,
as a
fire.
curiosity.
it smells acidic,
Oh,
like
man.
something like
Oh,
like you're sticking
yeah,
this-
it was a mistake, guys.
yeah.
But yeah, no, he like gestures at the floor and like looks over at her like, yeah.
Yeah,
With a
she'll
19, you do notice when you're walking one of the walls, there is a little there's a bookshelf, and the bookshelf's kind of half dilapidated over. It's a little weird. There's some sort of like little mechanism behind the bookshelf, not hidden anymore.
Because it's been
But,
burned.
yeah, but like there's something loosely attached to a book.
Mel will actually come over to the bookshelf and like pick up a book. Is it in common?
Common? No, it's in Drow.
Okay.
You want to take all down?
What are the books?
What are the books? There's a book. One of them is literally a just creative writing book. So like he'll just say there's just random stories in here about he'll like write into. Well, I don't even know how I'm going to describe this. He does creative writing on the side. That's one of the books.
Okay.
Other book is him with. It didn't look like this is written, but it looks like a storybook from your city almost, it seems, and it looks like it's been fairly worn. All the pages have been really run through. Do you search inside of these books?
Just gonna real quick roll sleight of hand.
Yeah, fan all the pages real quick.
Roll sleight of hand. Can you roll perception, Iollus? Why did I say that? I have the dice.
Sure.
I guess I'm just
Some
insane.
of the books that aren't burnt to a crisp right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to make pictures of them because some of them are just like literally charred.
Yeah, I got higher. Mel like takes that one and like without you looking.
Oh, and
stuffs that into her pocket.
isn't paying attention to that. He is currently trying to beat a hole in the floor.
Beat a hole in the floor. Roll
Yeah.
a strength check.
I don't have my dice.
That is a wait. Hold on, strength check. What do you mean, like athletics, or just with the strength
I'm
modifier?
just doing like a strength.
Raw strength.
Yeah.
Got it.
That would be a 8.
Roll your damage.
Damn.
It's the
Oh wait, hold
4.
on. I could attack the floor.
Yeah, roll your damage dice.
Yeah, hold on.
The
What's
DC wasn't it wasn't high. I was trying to see how effectively you get to this.
Yeah, hold on. What's my damage?
With your mace, I assume, right?
Yeah, with my mace two-handed.
5 damage.
5 damage? Really? 5?
5 damage. It would take you like maybe like a minute of like whacking.
Yeah,
it
no.
or
He
something to
as
do it.
as Mel was looking over the books, he was just bang.
Yeah,
Bang!
like not even looking up from the book, she moves over and presses the button, the secret door button.
Listen, yeah. So the bookshelf like jiggles a little bit, and like behind the bookshelf, there's like this little like the door. You hear something like loosen.
Mel just clears her throat.
Huh?
What does that sound like?
What?
I don't know, like she can still use her throat.
I don't know, man. I thought.
Vocal cords. I think clearing your throat is. What is that noise?
I don't think having a messed up throat would make that sound
Yeah, I'm
worse.
pretty sure.
Sounds pretty bad already.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's just closing your throat around the cords. So anyway, weird aside, but yeah, looking over like what?
Just gestures.
His bookcase, yes.
Gestures.
You can't.
he squints at it.
There's no doorway that opened, but something loosened around the bookcase.
Alright, well she's gonna keep on going through these books.
You want me to move the bookcase?
She nods, but like if you start to do it roughly, she'll be like
Yeah, no, he was just trying to like move it aside.
yeah, she'll just like try and like
Roll an athletics check.
make it more gentle.
So with her guiding his motions, he rolls athletics.
That's the
Okay.
same as your strength.
Fair enough.
Man, you have rolled 5 6s. That's an 8 again.
Yeah, this.
Wait,
this
with athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You push into it, and like it just snaps, and it falls on top of you, and kind of like take like a hit. No,
He is pushing it aside.
you're pushing it aside, but like both your hands like crack through it, and then like one of the shelf falls through both your hands and
Bonks
it
me.
collapses. Yeah, and then like the books all fall to the floor.
Mel was
Ow!
like, throws your hands in the
Yeah,
air.
you do see a little bit of a. There's like a thin little panel that you can crawl through that isn't pressed against the bookshelf anymore, but it's kind of like receded back.
Mm-hmm. Mel is gonna keep on going through books before we progress. You can
There's
like tell me
nothing
what they are one by one, but what she's looking for is either anything regarding to language or anything regarding
Language.
scientific notes on experiments or
You mentioned, what was the first one you mentioned?
language.
Language.
Anything that would
Written
help
in
her
Drow
learn Drow or vice versa. Or sorry,
Drow or common.
something that will help her learn Common or vice versa.
There is literally like it's a book it says in Drow learning Common effectively, and it's half it's burnt, but
She like scoops it up and is like, she like almost starts to fist pump and then stops herself.
the name you have the name, the last name of it is something you recognize.
Oh yeah.
Iollus is one of you've overheard it from some of the scientists that were experimenting on you over the years that took place.
Interesting.
Okay.
Iollus is trying to pry
If
that
you want,
panel
you can
open.
roll an intelligence check. And
Uh oh.
we'll
She's
see-
stoopy.
We'll see if I connect some dots for you or not.
I got an 11. I don't remember what I was rolling for. What was I rolling for?
You
Remembering what the
you
name was
figure
used.
right.
that this probably was drawn up by one of the scientists to like help them learn Common.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Iollus is trying to crowbar that panel open.
It open. You actually push into it, and it kind of it literally just falls over. It's like a little like plywood thing that like he had pressed into the.
Can I fit through?
No.
Didn't think
Not
so.
in
He's
your
gonna go back to the
not
floor.
in your armor.
He's gonna go back to the floor and try to
How
keep.
tall are you?
I think we decided like 6'8".
Let's see if we wrote it down.
No.
He's a big
It'll
boy.
fit her as a live frame, but you're just stocky and wide.
6'2". But no, he's not fitting.
You know, like this is something.
In full plate armor? No way.
He's not wearing. full
Okay,
plate,
in
but-
chainmail even still.
Honestly, it'd be worse with chainmail. Trying to.
Get caught on stuff?
Yeah, no, trying to move your gross.
Um,
No, he's gonna keep hammering open that floor.
while he's doing that. Any other books? No
Oh,
scientific?
Man,
science things?
Nothing science.
Really, just any. Like, this is the first she's seen of her homeland in 2 years. So, really, anything of note.
Yeah.
You hit. Are you taking? As you're hitting this floor, are you just hitting the floor?
He's trying to open a hole in the floor.
Yeah. Well, you get like a. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, Jesus. All right. Roll
This
dex.
is a burnt house, bro.
Here, could you look on your sheet? What is it?
Hold on.
Structural
If the
integrity is
whole
not
floor could collapse in, but it takes me a minute to open.
Well, you're smacking into it. I don't know. The fire did a lot of work for you.
You said it was like a children's book, right?
There's a children's book, yes. A personal creative writing journal.
She's not keeping that. She doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Dang. Can't believe it.
When they finally leave and they're done with this house, Iollus is going to keep that.
It's in drought. You literally can't read it.
Is it an unburnt book?
Yeah.
Okay, he'll keep that.
You're gonna keep that one book out of the entire bookshelf?
Is that one of the least
there's
burnt
nothing
books?
like interpret. Like there was like 5 books
Like,
from, and
yeah.
there were like some
if you're going to do that, make a point of it later because Mel will object.
Right.
Anyway, you rolled a natural 20 on the deck save, so you're fine.
Get
Fix it.
fucked.
Yeah, you try to hit the floorboard.
Yes!
It just cracks open, and the floorboards beneath you start to like crack, but you jump back. Like a flood. The floor, half like the just a percentage of the floor kind of drops out, and so you have your hole now.
I have made hole.
This hole is made for me.
This is a Iollus
You
sized
hit
hole.
the floor, and there's this like wafting, like you can smell it. You can't see it, but you smell something like even like more corrosive. Like it burned your nose.
Mel is going to take the normal person staircase down.
Did we establish he has a lantern? I think we established.
Mel is the lantern. Don't worry about it.
But do
I
I?
don't think you do. You?
Because we had a lantern at one point.
Did we?
We were in the forest. Oh no, I have dark vision. Never mind.
Yeah, you have dark
Yeah, no, he jumps down.
Okay, so you jump down. Mel, you actually have to like crawl through it by like for like 3 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like a little staircase that you can just like walk down. But this is a isolated part from the rest of the house.
Leads to the same room, I assume, where he jumped down.
Yeah, you jump down. Shouldn't be a problem. Like this smells. Everything's like noticeably different. The smell here has been really affected by the fire. It's like this is where the fire originated. It seems. Everyone roll an investigation check.
Let's go.
Do that.
Alright,
You
we're gonna roll
need
Seth
check.
first. Okay.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Dog.
Uh-oh.
Threaten your dice.
I think we both have 0 on that, right? Am I forgetting?
You might have to punish your dice.
You might have to punish your dice for being a bad dice boy.
So, how, Austin, would you feel about a 4 and a 3?
This place looks like the worst burned out of the entire house. There's nothing really down here. There's like tables and stuff.
Fuck it, I'll take 10. Which is, I spend 10 minutes in universe and get a 10.
So, yeah, okay. You see some loose, what might have been scientific equipment, and on like one of the tables, it's like there's just a puddle of it. You think it's glass at one point, but it's at this point there's no really saying what it is.
And no books, no notes here?
No books or notes. There's like there's like crumbles of like ash. What you would gather is wood and everything that the wood held on the floor here, but most everything's to a crisp.
Is there any... So obviously, there was a fire lit. Some of his lab stuff got blown up, and all this happened. Is there any of that lab stuff left? Any explosive acid stuff?
I mean, I assume none of it's still there.
No. Everything. There's a residue baked into the environment, like the basement that you're in right now.
Okay.
But there's nothing like as a usable vial left over.
You know what I think happened?
Is there an empty vial?
There's a little solidified like burnt like glass bits is what you would gather.
So nothing left.
Here's a question. If the fire started in the basement, why was the entrance closed? Did he close it on his way out?
I assume what they did is they blew a hole in the top and it's like set a bomb or like a fireball down or something, and then it super exploded.
But how did they get to the basement? All the entrances to the basement.
There's a hole.
What?
In the floor.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, there was. It's what we saw. It's what you broke open.
No, he was breaking through the floor.
Oh, okay.
There was no hole.
That's what I'm saying. Like he said, like you could see kind of through the floorboards. There was something.
Okay.
Underneath. No, but I was saying like there was no way to get to
So
the
in
basement.
that case, then the answer is they either closed it behind them,
Yeah.
or there's another exit / entrance. And we rolled a 4 and a 3. So
You took a 10. Is there another
That's true.
entrance?
There's no entrance from what you can see.
Yeah. So either he
guys,
started
like-
the fire
you
down
guys-
here, went upstairs and closed it.
I don't know how it, as a DM works. It's like sometimes I can like, if you want your characters to make intelligence checks, I can give you hints. Like
Yeah, sure.
maybe what you're talking into. But otherwise, other than that, I can just let you guys like reason through.
The only thing I can, because all the entrances, well, the one entrance to this basement was sealed.
frankly, I don't think it's that important. Oh, natural 20. Okay.
Uh,
Tell me everything.
I assume that the fire started without someone down there.
Your best intuitive guess is that the fire might have been actually might have been started by the person who owns the entire place, and they left
Yeah.
and sort of.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And there was fireballed out.
Okay. So, like, maybe he caught wind that people were coming after him,
He's
blew
burning
up
the
all of his
evidence.
work. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any... so there's basically nothing down here worth looking at anymore. Going back upstairs, which is easy for me, and I don't know how you're going to do that, actually.
It's not. Yeah, sorry. I'm just DMing. I'm sorry. I was verbally DMing.
That's fine.
Nothing off of your take 10. I'll say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, this doesn't matter, just sort of like a meta comment, but if the fire started in the basement, it would burn through the floor.
Yeah.
That doesn't really matter, but
Like.
But also magical fire and acid.
yeah, maybe it just phased through the floor.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't like face to the floor, but like, there's like I should narrate better. There's patches that like had escaped through the floor. Just,
Okay,
like,
yeah.
The little room that you were in, it was like half burnt. That's why I say you could see there's a
Right,
space
yeah, got it.
down there
But
rather than solid flooring.
hey, where's him?
I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Fuck. Oh, secret murder basement. Notwithstanding, is there a second floor to this building?
No,
Okay, where does he sleep?
there's a little room off in the first floor. There's a little room facing away from towards the outside of the town.
Yeah, I just want to look like if he has any extra weapons
This
or whatever.
building is-
I'm scrounging.
Yeah, this building you're in right now is like a quarter of the administrative building, almost.
Isn't there a role for loot? Like looting area?
Yeah,
What is
but
that?
like
That was your investigation.
that's super like non-specific. That's like, you know, you get a treasure chest. Let me roll a
no,
D100.
I meant like a finding things.
Yeah, that's what you rolled.
Yeah.
4 and a 3. You took a take 10 and.
Well, that was down in the basement.
That
I'm
was
talking
for the
about.
basement,
I'm talking
yeah.
about the like the original, initial level.
Which we rolled great on.
Specifically, she's looking for like any sort of weaponry or like she's had this rusty rapier for 2 years, and if she can find like a sword from like her home, she would much rather use that.
Yeah, there is a sort of. What are you provisioning?
I can read it all
I
out.
don't think you're. Are you?
But also, like, don't
You're
let that
proficient.
influence you.
You're in martial.
Okay, so
Simple. I think it's simple weapon.
I am proficient with, if we're just going weapons, rapier, short sword, light and hand crossbows, daggers, darts, sling, quarterstaff, and probably a lot of other things now that I'm a rogue, now that I think about it.
Able to use a quarterstaff, but not a scimitar.
I think that's a sorcerer thing.
Is a scimitar not a short sword?
If you're saying scimitar,
It's
let
a
me...
curved sword.
let's
I don't
see.
know.
Scimitar is a martial weapon.
Sword.
Rogue... 5e...
Weapon proficiency.
Wikidot. I'm sure Wikidot won't absolutely tank my computer Wikidot is a well-maintained site. No dice.
Wait, long swords, rapiers.
Yeah, no.
Wait,
I'll have to add long swords though.
so
You can use a
hold on.
longsword, but you can't use a scimitar?
Yeah.
That's wild, actually.
I almost want to...
Well, okay, it did say it was a sword.
That doesn't matter. It's basically a.
You can use a rapier, but you can't use a curved sword.
Yeah, it's a little weird, actually.
I kind of want to DM fuck that, to be honest.
I don't care. It's not that big of a deal.
I'm gonna DM fuck that. So like, that's kind of just dumb to me that you can, because a longsword's a lot harder to use than a scimitar.
I would call a scimitar a short sword.
Okay.
I would posit the reason is that like I get a rapier that's a drow thing. So like I assume in your setting a scimitar is the drow weapon.
It's the other drow weapon.
But I
Okay.
assume like Gygax was like, rapiers.
Rapiers, that's a complex weapon compared to a normal one. Yeah.
I would call it's like just a pretty normal curved sword. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a short sword.
Yeah, but like I said, this one, instead of being curved towards the user, it's curved away from.
Oh, it's like a
There's also a blade at the bottom of the sword, so it's okay. There, you have a you grab it. It's a bladed grip. So how it works is that this is how the blade looks.
So it's like a question mark.
Yes.
weird. It's like an S.
Yeah, and it's only bladed on the front. There's no blade on the back.
So that isn't.
It's like a sickle sword.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me check out
Sort of built
sickles.
like a sickle.
I feel like also
It's
you
not
could
s-
just
yeah.
you could just call it a different thing, but like
It's a sword and it's curved, so I was like curved sword.
yeah, I
It's
would
a short sword.
honestly I would say that's a short sword.
Yeah, that's a short sword. Cool.
It's
Like
a short
that works out well like mechanically also.
Great.
Sword
Really cool.
D&D 5e. What do
Sounds awesome.
we we have to learn about the short sword?
I'm shorting on my sword till I.
Marshall.
Please.
She short on my sword till I fight her class.
That's also another martial weapon, but I luckily have proficiency with it specifically. Strictly a downgrade, but I'll keep it in mind.
Of your rapier?
Yeah. Rapier's D8, short sword's D6.
Rapier do damage.
Rapier's strong.
Oh yeah,
Rapier's
no,
good.
like
Rapier's strong.
rapier's
yeah.
a good weapon.
I think Mel will probably be.
Rapier's this. Oh yeah, there's a D4. I was gonna say I thought for instance I thought there was only a D6 and that was the lowest you could go. And I was like, why is it the same as a dagger? Anyways, but
There's D4 in it.
dagger's D4.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, if nothing else, Mel will keep that sword as ammo, or just out of sentimentality, the short sword.
This looks your best you've ever seen, for instance, but it has a very
It's exotic.
drowish design.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're packing out. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's nothing else here to.
Yeah.
To-
As he's climbing out, Iollus is, which he can climb out.
Yeah, there's no one around you anymore.
Yeah. As he's climbing around out, he's
You as you try to roll, both of you roll.
I mean, she has
No,
a perfectly fine. way.
You're
Yeah,
leading
I am.
first, right?
No,
Are you following behind Mel?
I'm doing a thing once I climb out of the hole in the floor.
Okay, so Mel's leaving.
Mel is waiting for him to leave the house.
So you're waiting outside the house?
No. I think what happened is we were investigating. He's climbing out. Mel went the normal way and looked in the room, found the sword, and we are now
Waiting by the
reconvening
door.
in the main room and then leaving the house.
So I do that, right? I get out of the basement.
Yeah, if you're
Okay,
you're
yeah.
just jumping to like as you put your hands up right here.
Yeah.
There is a sort of voice in the corner of the room that
Damn.
you recognize as familiar. It's the in the cultist cave. Did I have that spider talk to you?
I don't think it did, because if it did, I would have written it down, right?
If
I believe
did-
it was unintelligible. Like he made human-like noises, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, you know what happened?
What?
You know what happened? It was the clip I sent you, which is that down the tunnel, you hear... No, she doesn't.
So he did say something, and it wasn't heard.
Yeah.
So there's a voice in the corner.
Voice in the corner. Please.
No, he's dropping and turning on that immediately.
It's the spider is.
It's there?
It's the spider.
No, he has weapons out
Yeah.
immediately.
It's sort of its silhouette, it's like half sunk into the wall, but it's like
hate that.
fizzed out. It's currently, it's got all its legs are burrowed into the wall almost. And its mouth is moving, speaking to you guys. I wouldn't trust the evil missus.
Yeah, no, he's just like standing there like mace and shield.
We've met once before. I introduce myself as Varric.
What do you want?
I cannot simply let that harpy sink her teeth into the meat that's freshly thrown into the pit. We would like our own share.
I will be the first to say that she has done a terrible job of recruiting us to her cause. I can also safely say that you are currently doing far worse.
EDD is waiting at the cave.
Why should I go with you?
Not me.
Why should I trust you?
Because there's more than that lady.
He looks
That's on.
very, very genuinely exasperated at the moment. He like lets his weapons hang.
What can you promise me that isn't death?
I was never seeking your harm to begin with. I simply look as I do. My apologies for the cursed appearance.
Offer me something valuable.
The Lady Nyx is generous to all who follow her. She hates the Madam.
Right,
She
yes.
hates the royal purple.
And why are you...
Criminal.
And why are you better, huh?
We seek better solutions to the problem we all face.
Solutions in blood.
There is no other way to fix ourselves from this situation.
We will see about that.
The Gold Leader is a better spokesman than I. He simply cannot travel as I can, considering my cursed blessings from the missus.
I think you all share one thing. I think you are blind to your very goal.
Be that as it may, we would wish to speak to you. The Madam would never know.
Then you are free to bring yourselves to us.
We cannot.
That is unfortunate.
The feeling inside your stomach, you feel like you should go downstairs. You feel like you might, if you check the basement again, you're gonna have better luck.
Alright. She'll crawl down the thing.
I mean, you can just look over to the giant gaping
She
hole.
wouldn't.
Iollus has been talking, and you don't know.
Yeah.
But you just feel it's you, something you especially. This is, you should check the basement again.
Okay.
The master left something for the Lady of Purple Crystals to help her in her disadvantaged plight.
There's a moment as he considers something there.
The Madam is cruel in her confinements.
Yeah.
We are kinder.
You are careless with your use of life.
Do I show up?
Yeah.
I assume she shows up then.
You see the thing in the wall. You can do.
For the first time?
Yeah.
So, how is it talking then?
With its
lips are
mouth, right?
moving.
Yeah.
It's fused into the wall.
Okay,
the
so I
spider likes
can
to do
understand it.
Its lips are moving off the. It's the head. It's like a face. Have you seen like this is wild Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time? It's the spiders with the skulls on them. It's effectively that, but with like an old man face on it.
I can put it
It's
together.
got red. Its eyes are like red gems.
So like thorax of spider.
Yeah. He's described it before.
And the lady of purple crystal arrives.
She just sort of like looks at it, looks at Iollus like, what?
And then you feel in your mind sort of just shaking. Familiar, actually. Welcome. Greetings, and I'm sorry not to greet you as better settings.
Man, people just coming in here and leaving as they please recently, huh?
Number 13, number 12. You are number 12. And then the strong, otherworldly fellow is number 13. We need your help.
Why?
Because we aren't as strong as the others.
To what end?
There's a tournament, a battle, a competition.
What do you seek?
What do you win? What is the point? What do we?
He gestures
What happens to us?
Victory.
For what? What do you fight for? What is your goal? What do you want?
He can help you more than I. I am a messenger.
I'm sorry. Your boss or whatever abducted us, stripped us naked, and was planning on bleeding us dry. Why the hell would you open with his name? At least try to be a little deceptive.
We didn't know.
You didn't know what?
We thought you were strange, magical people.
I am a strange magical person.
Why?
We later found that you are select chosen.
What did you want? Why are you bleeding them?
We need magical power to allot ourselves towards victory.
I've heard that before. She throws the sword at its head.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Surprise attack?
So, okay.
Yeah.
Do you... Okay.
Surprise attack!
I'll reflavor that slightly. She'll throw a dagger so I don't have to roll...
to get your sword.
I don't have to look up how to roll a weapon that you don't throw normally.
Dagger toss.
Wow.
No.
So fitting that
No.
this session ends with a 1.
You thought it hits. There's a little red field around it. The gems glow a little bit, and it hits, and it just clatters. I bear you no ill tidings any longer.
I bear you the most. If you ever show your ugly face here again, or around me, or just
Within my
leave,
area.
leave or die.
Yeah, it fuses into the wall, and you just see it just disappears.
Mel, like, maybe starkly contrasting the earlier Mel with the other guy, with the other drow. Mel, like, this is more akin to, like, a tantrum. She, like, stamps her foot and, like, stabs at the wall where it sunk into as it fades away.
Tink, tink, tink. Yeah, it's just a wall.
Iollus has a small internal battle. And I'm not sure if I should roll. I don't know what I would roll for moral decision.
I feel like that would be a wisdom.
Yeah, roll
Maybe?
a wisdom check.
Roll wisdom. Roll wisdom for me.
Or maybe insight on yourself. Let's see, where is it?
This would definitely be wisdom.
Here, I'll roll it.
This is Logical. This is logical sense fighting with moral decision.
Man, it sure would be unfortunate if you got an unpolarizing roll here. That's an
What is
11. What does that even mean?
11 to 20. It's like
You feel
heads
the middle.
and 10 to 1 is tails.
Whatever choices you were thinking about, you are now more confused.
Iollus does not tell her that they offered a solution to her vision.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he feels bad about that. But, yeah, he turns over and,
I assume you told him much of what I would.
She nods, and is like, now that she's up against the wall, she touches it. Like, did it affect or change the wall, or did it literally just phase through?
It looked like the wall sort of bent into the shape of the creature.
terrible, hate that.
Mel will like call Iollus over, and she will project the image of that creature up back onto the wall.
Yeah.
Just so we can study it, just so we can look at it and see, like, is there anything... Basically, we have a solid amount of time to just look at the appearance of this thing and try and...
Yeah, it's got
Figure
like
something
red
out.
crystals for its eyes. It looks like there's like an 80-year-old man's face is on this thing.
I remember
Think
you
Biden, but like 20 years. Yes, so like...
Dude
and
is 87.
Honestly,
I know.
if you...
This
Honestly,
is a decrepit face, yeah.
I believe you also said that, like, from the eyes it was, like, bleeding, too,
Yeah,
down the
there-
sides.
Yeah, there's just a steady stream of blood down the side, and its legs, it's still skin, except it's all skin, except and so there's no seam or like
Yeah.
difference between the legs and the face. It's just a skin spider.
Dude sent possibly literally the worst representative he could.
Somehow worse than Lovely.
Yeah, as he said before, she has done a terrible job of like ingratiating to us, and he did so much worse.
It's so funny, too, because, like, not to get into a tangent, but, like, Mel is, like, we haven't gotten an opportunity to see it, but Mel has a really big ego. If you suck up to her, you can win over her like that. Anyway, should we roll something to see if we can deduce anything
Iollus
from it? Or?
isn't trying to study this thing. He hates looking at it.
Did you do anything? No, you can just look at the visage and just
All
be
right.
like, yep, that's it.
Yeah, no, he's trying to get out of here as fast as possible.
You are familiar with the sort of energy that radiates off of it, not the creature itself, but the sort of the potency that it brings to the table.
Is it reminiscent of the memory loss, perhaps?
Yes.
Oh no.
There's sort of like it's like an aching feeling at the back of your neck.
All right. Man, the incentive to go to that cave is just it's getting higher and higher. Yeah, I don't know what she's gonna do.
Iollus leaves.
Yeah, Mel will come.
He pulls himself up, and how many intact books are left on the shelf?
There's like two others.
Yeah, he's gonna take both.
Okay. They're both of them. One of them is in common, and it looks like it's just history of Avalon.
Yeah,
so
he's
That
gonna
could be
call
really
it.
convenient, actually.
Yeah, no, he's gonna keep that and the other one and like look at it and like
The other one,
kind of unsure what it is.
It's just an empty book, and it goes from drow to common, and it looks like a little practicing journal.
She didn't take the creative studies book either.
No.
So
No.
he also takes that.
Mel like sees that and like puts up a hand and like shakes her head.
It is a book. It is handwritten.
She nods.
This is possibly the last remnant of this person's existence.
She nods her head fervently and then holds up a hand to blast it.
Whether or not this man was in his life right, there should be record of it nonetheless.
She like looks at you like incredulously.
And yeah, he tucks that away.
All
Like
life.
like she like looks at him like points at like like she like takes it out and shows you it is written in not common. She motions a hand like fine.
All life has a purpose, whether or not this purpose is for good or ill. All things have existed and deserves the right to exist. Whether that is in life or in memory.
Mel just scowls. You get the feeling she would have a lot to say if she could say it.
Have a lot to say about that. But yeah, no, they leave. Like, you know, what's the situation out just directly outside? They haven't called anyone, have
You
they?
guys have been in there for maybe like half an hour.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
It's like 3:40 in the morning.
I mean, mostly like the people who are guarding this area.
They're
called anyone,
they're
right?
actually
Are they left?
Team gone. There's a light on in the rest of the buildings down to the right, but there's nothing blocking you guys from walking in.
All right.
Leave now.
Mel will nod.